Koikimedia, 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 we bring the work closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, 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 we bring the work closer to your doorstep. I was a lara baida. Àwa ló láṣà àti èdè gbígbédè lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o àwa gangan ni bàbá. Koikimedia, 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 we bring the world closer to your doorstep. They never sabi wetin we carry for her, but they move closer before they go sabi. I said they never know wetin we carry for body, but they move closer before they go sabi. Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ ìléhùn ló ló lájú. Ẹyẹ tó dorí kodò bí àdó ọgbẹ́dẹ lẹ́nu. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa. Kájùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè kó dúdú àga. Òdúdú àkóbá lè gbé wá. Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣègìrì. Ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀. Ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí. Káwa lè gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé. Ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni mọ̀lẹ́ tí yóò tàn káàkiri. Koikimedia, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wà máa ní. Kásá. Ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà kájé bùgbà yín jẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wà máa ní. À ń gbé tó lárugẹ, à ń gbàsà lárugẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wà máa ní. News and sports. Ẹ máa rí gbọ́. Ètò tó gbójú owó tí wà máa ní. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koikimedia ọ̀rọ̀ lágbájúmọ̀ mi o. Máa bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. À ń gbádùn rẹ̀, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi. Ṣẹ́yìn lọ máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé máa dé. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ kájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ á tẹ̀lé ní ẹbọra. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koikimedia ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àdáńtọ́, àtúnpèrègèdè. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọgbọ́ o. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àtúnjàfẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, kọ̀ọ̀kan. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Ikú tí ó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. We bring you up closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ òòdùn kan di oko lára ni. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ni bàbá o. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Odùduwà lágbèdá ní òtítọ́ lágbèdá ní. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. A kì í sọ̀dálẹ̀, a kì í sódì kẹta. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àdúró tán, àtúnpèrègèdè. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Koikimedia, we bring you up closer to your doorstep. is around to give us latest. Is around to give us latest. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Koikimedia is around to give us latest.
Koiki. That's more than enough.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but they're not.
Chay!
Ọlọ́run ni mo ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yẹn o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó náà fún bàbá mi láyé kò fún bàbá mi ò tí ì yọ̀ǹda mẹ́sàn-án fún mi ń bẹ̀ ó kọ̀ mí ju ti bàbá mi lọ. Gbò àti bọ́lá mo lọ sí bàbá mi ojúmọ̀ òní mọ́kàn mọ́ dàkọ̀ mi nbẹ̀ kan ayédàkẹ́ sọ́n dáadáa tàbí kẹ́ sọ́n burúkú ẹ̀ sàṣọ kan omi lọ́lọ́run fún bí n bá sì kú ẹ̀ lè gbà sí mi sí. Ọlọ́run ni mo.
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ epo àwọn á di 200 á di bàbá. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ a máa gbé wálẹ̀. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ epo àwọn á di 200 á di bàbá. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ a máa gbé wálẹ̀. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ lọ.
Tinubu ti ní kẹ́ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀, kẹ́ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Friday, Jimoh Olóyin, get a cup of tea, get a water. Let's start with this.
Ọmọ Ìbàràpá lápapọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àgbẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tilẹ̀ tó ẹ̀mí àbọ̀ ẹ̀bá nǹkan ọmọ Adéyẹmọ. Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho orúkọ ńlá tí ń jámọ̀ láyà bí ara orúkọ tó ń dẹrù bó lórúkọ gan. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sùn o torí pé gbòòrà a kò lè fojú kégbodò láyé títa ríro lẹ̀dá ń kọlà wúrà tó máa dán alànà kọjá dandan o. Ọ̀wọ́n irin ní má bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀nà ẹ̀dá kan ò lè ṣì wá lọ́nà mọ́ ẹjẹ́ àfìmọ̀ṣọ kan ká lè débi re ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbárùkù ti Sunday Ìgbòho ṣá ọmọ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nílùú Alágbàdo Òde ọmọ atagbẹ̀tẹ̀ wọnú omi ọmọ gèdèlè wodò sànyà ìsànyà òrẹ́ràn bàbá yín láàrin ìdí omi kò sí náà ń kán sí yín lẹ́nu ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta òkè Ìgbòho ìkan ń ṣe yín ní dágbàdàbọ̀ ìkan ní mọ́ rọra ìkan tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n mọ̀ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ kí ló dé Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ sí ọmọ òpópó sanran ìgbàgede Ìgbòho sùn wọn láláìsí bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ní kó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀sìn òní bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ bẹ́sìn bá bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho àfikàn pọ̀pọ̀ sí amúkan yòókù bọ̀ sànyà àtúmúyà rẹ̀ tí ò lọ́rọ̀ gbọ́ àfiṣẹ́rù wálé wàràmù ọmọ onílé ọ̀la àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ségesège tọ́láwọn oníbomi kò sún wọn láwọn oníbomi sànyà wẹsẹ̀ ìgbà tójú kò fi rí ńkọ́ gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kò sí mu wọ́n sì bomi sànyà wẹsẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé fi ránṣọ kiri gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Sunday Ìgbòho onírẹ̀lẹ̀ láéláé torí àbá lásán nìkan ń dá òkúta ò ṣe gbé fún wọn o ìmọ̀ràn lásán ni ti balùwẹ̀ kò pọ́sibú kó dòdò láyé ń bí ó kún díẹ̀ kí tọ́ domi láéláé ìtọ́ mi lè domi Sunday Ìgbòho arógun má ti dí tó ń jà fẹ́tọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilé tó kó.
Bọ́dá ẹ̀yàn àgbà maybe blue check jákàmọ̀ láti ìbò wọ́n gbé tí wàá tàn bí the love is too much 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 jákàmọ̀ let's go.
And let's play the anthem. kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa káàkiri gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá ti láǹfààní àti gbọ́ wa tí ẹ tún fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní ọ̀sán yìí. It's a Friday afternoon. I thought we start a bit early so that we can gain enough time. And Nigeria, as much as I know that there's not much I can do to help you with your data, but I do know that you can download this live program when it has been done, and then you can watch it because it saves you some money. But if you can watch it live, we appreciate it, and we don't take it for granted. Don't think that we try to slow the program down. It's nothing more than just to appreciate, especially, the icon, the hero, Oloyegbowo, and likewise some other one or two videos that we play before we go live. So Emma Binusiwa in Nigeria because it costs a lot of money. Not that it's free, as I speak to you right now, I'm still owing my Sky, I think about £100. I have to pay them. If I don't pay that money at a particular time, I will be disconnected and you will not be able to watch me. So it's the reality. So it goes both sides. It is free in UK or in Europe, where we are also using the internet. The only difference is that it gives us, a wider opportunity. My TV is connected. I got 2 laptops. I got I got 5 mobile phones. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6 mobile phones, and they're all connected to one router. And you will use exactly what you have. Thank you so much, Mr. John, and many of you that are joining us. The only thing you can do is that if you cannot watch the live broadcast for whatever reason, you can always download it and you can watch it. Some people want to watch it live because they feel that it's a great energy when you watch the broadcast live. But if you cannot watch it live, you can always download it. But if you're one of those that is buying data to watch me and many other of our media, I can only say thank you so much, and we appreciate it, and we don't take it for a joke. So don't think that we take it for a joke. We don't. We truly, truly appreciate it, especially on my platform, because I know it is not easy. The Nigerian economy is going down, and I pray it is not going to come back so that it would reset the brain of many of you, especially those of you that I want to talk to again today, because you're always coming to the platform like I created the problem. I think there is something that we should play. There is a program tomorrow, launching of OLAYOMI 10. You at home, you will pay Naira. Those of us outside, we pay $10, €10, £10, so that we can be able, to make sure that OLAYOMI, and I think I have it already sent to. Let's play that intro, and then we will start the program officially. Where is the video? I think it's not this one. Where is it now? Okay, I haven't shared it at the moment. So please share the program. Do a thumbs up. It helps us to send the message to the algorithm that what we are doing here is okay. It's not like anything too bad. But if you do not thumbs up, you don't share, you don't comment, Not that we take money from it. It's not like a clickbait. You just share and invite people to come and listen to us, especially Nigerians that have this hope and aspiration that Nigeria will be great. Good afternoon, Mrs. Hevlin Umokoro. Good afternoon, great Yoruba nation. Colitech, my brother, how you doing? And many of you that will be joining, and those of you that have joined us as well. Busari Kazim, mother all the way in Ifo. Ejeka Boyle is 2 minutes 26 seconds.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ wà bá di méjì yóò dogun. Déjì bá di méjì. Tá a bá fẹ́ takun. Yóò díje. Ìdí àti abárè. Tí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá lábẹ́ àkóso olórí oko káfàtà. Bàbá wa emeritus. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Bánjí Akíntóyè. Ṣe ṣàgbékalẹ̀ ètò kan àrà ọ̀tọ̀ tí a ń pè ní Ẹ̀wá Ọ̀rànmíyàn. Láti tẹ́ ìṣòro kò pọ̀ kò kéré. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lówó dé gbogbo. Ẹ̀wá Ọ̀rànmíyàn. Mẹ́wàá la ó máa san. Lóṣooṣù. Ìyún lọ́wọ́ ìlú tá a bá wà. Tó jẹ́ wípé tí àwọn ará Amẹ́ríkà bá ti ń san $10 ni àwọn ará Canada ó máa san $10 Canadian dollar. Ní ará London ó máa san £10 àwọn ará Europe ó máa san €10 tí gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó sì máa san £10 àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ká mọ́ fàkókò ṣòfò. Ètò àkójáde àti ìfilọ́lẹ̀ Ẹ̀wá Ọ̀rànmíyàn yìí máa wáyé lọ́jọ́ àbámẹ́ta ọjọ́ 12 nínú oṣù karùn-ún tó bá ti di gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́ aago 7 àṣálẹ́ Yorùbá Homeland Time lórí ẹ̀rọ ìtàkùn ayélujára Zoom pẹ̀lú meeting ID 846-608-9806 sí password jẹ́ TBA ní capital letters. Bákan náà la máa ṣàfihàn lórí Yorùbá World Media àti gbogbo ìkànnì tó sọ̀rọ̀ sókè fún ìjàngbara òmìnira Yorùbá. Ẹ̀wá Ọ̀rànmíyàn.
A pe fọ́ǹdì ní Ọ̀rànmíyàn Ọ̀rànmíyàn. Kí ni di 10 káfíìsì yẹn ni pé ibikíbi tó bá ń gbé lórílẹ̀-èdè ayé, ibikíbi tó bá ń gbé nǹkan tó bá owó tó bá ná bẹ̀ mẹ́wàá ìná ló máa fi sí. Tó bá ń gbé Nàìjíríà $10 lóṣooṣù. Tó bá ń gbé Amẹ́ríkà $10 lóṣooṣù. Tó bá ń gbé Britain £10 lóṣooṣù. Tó bá ń gbé Europe €10 lóṣooṣù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni káàkiri ayé pátápátá. Àwa Yorùbá dẹ̀ káàkiri ayé kò sí ìlú tá ò sí. So nǹkan tí a fẹ́ fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ níjọ́ Sátidé yìí ni.
Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí láti san owó ẹ̀wá tí ń lóṣù yìí ẹ kàn sí bàbá wa Sam Oyèbáyọ̀ tí wọ́n jẹ́ YSCM Head of Finance lórí fóònù nọ́mbà wọn +44 793 959 3613 tàbí kẹ́kàn sí wọn lórí sam.oyebayo@ysdf.org. Ẹ̀wá Ọ̀rànmíyàn kájíjọpọ̀ wọ́pọ̀ àgbè lárugẹ. YSDM pẹ̀lú Yorùbá World Media náà kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá.
So that will be launched tomorrow, inshallah, Lórúkọ Jésù, Láṣẹ̀dùmarè. So make sure you join us tomorrow. Mo kẹ́yìn tí ẹ ti wọlé ní méjì mẹ́ta, and we will just start the program now. I decided to use the phone again. I'm not too sure what happened yesterday. Along the line, we lost the broadcast. I wasn't attacked. I think it was just the OBS that restarted and Kotetepada, and it shut down the YouTube, and it just killed the energy. Energy la one of a program. I've had my brunch. I'm not going to tell you what I had, but I had it with orange juice, and I'm full up to the brink, and that's why I look tired. And I am tired, I gotta be honest. I woke up, this is the third program for the day. I don't tell you when I come out, money, time slot. When I come live, I come live. If I don't come live, I'm doing other things. I do my personal things, and I also have family to look after, and I also hustle, just like many of you. Hustle in it. Yeah. And I have a lot of things I'm dealing with, mostly got to do with Yoruba Nation, sometimes not to do with Yoruba Nation. All kind of problems are brought to me. Mr. Koiki, but I media. Mr. Koiki mo fẹ́ wọ UK ṣe mọ̀ náà. Mr. Koiki mo wà nílùú yìí mo níwèé. Mr. Koiki. So it's like round the clock, my phone is never stopped ringing. But when you find yourself in this situation, some of you wants to be in my shoe. I pray you can get into it so that you can be able to see what we go through on a daily basis. Elome Abinu, I want to send message. Bawadasi, Mr. Koiki, but since you don't know what I go through, it is easier said than done. But nevertheless, we still have responsibility. One responsibility that I have, I slept with 10 o'clock news, I'm going to bed. And I believe, if I'm right, I was quite already in bed before 10:30. And I was already up before 4:30 or just before 5. I brushed my teeth. I went online. I saw that Kogi State was attacked by terrorists. What you call Kogi State? I think they're students. I'm sure most of those students are the ones that come on my page and others and attack us and talk all kind of things, say, shut up and stop bringing Nigeria down because you are not in Nigeria. Some were lucky that they were not kidnapped. Thank you so much, Peter Pan. Kabiru Adishino. Salam alaikum to all my brothers and sisters. I am just a human being like you. There's nothing special about me. Even about Nigeria. Even I went to Allah abroad as somebody that is special. Those of us abroad, I always tell you, we're not special. So stop looking at us as special human beings. Yes, we look fresh. It's the weather. We are eating at the appropriate time. Because I don't want to stress my wife by the time she comes back from work. Because so I try to balance the situation for the house. So we're just normal life, like in the UK, nothing special. We just work hard. If Nigeria was working, you will work hard as well. You will make money. If you go against the law will come after you. So nothing literally, much. But something doesn't seem to be right that Nigerians at home, brothers, shut up. I was on the Mayago's program yesterday and I could see his pain, the frustration, the anger that we're trying to pass and deliver a message. And much as many of you, we appreciate that you love what we are doing, but the majority do not. How can 1,900 people be watching his program and he couldn't get 1,000 likes? And he got frustrated and he ended the program earlier than what he could have done. Only can like a program here, 1,000. He couldn't get it. If we like the program and we don't like the program, does that mean say make you not do program? It's just to encourage us to say thank you for what you guys are doing. Because I did not create the problem of Nigeria. As much as your anger is on Koikimedia, I did not create the problem of Nigeria. So if you like, get angry. $. And I purposely came to do this program because there is a post on my timeline that have erupted the social media within my own time space. So I'm not saying the whole of social media. I am not as that important on the social media. 208 comments. And I like when I stir this kind of conversation. èyí tó máa wọ̀n wọ́n tó máa dùn wọ́n wọnú egungun. Like I did ask, ṣé Tinubu ti kú àbí kò tí kú? Olóṣì, ṣé Tinubu ló máa sọ pé ó ti kú? Wọ́n ṣò Tinubu lánàá. I don't know whether that is the real Tinubu or not, but the way they walk, it looks like somebody where they don't inject. He cannot carry the leg too much. By Monday, I want to see a proper video of Tinubu. The one you showed us, I just want to accept that Tinubu is alive based on the video. But tó bá di Monday, week ta fẹ́ mú yìí, tẹ́ ẹ bá fún wa ní proper evidence of Tinubu having engagement, mo sọ fún ìyàwó mi pé Wednesday làṣírí Tinubu máa tú bóyá ó ti dé lóòótọ́ àbí kò tí ì dé, because Simon Ekpa is still saying that Tinubu is in Paris. I don't know what intelligence Simon Ekpa have. I don't know his source. I haven't spoken to him, but Simon Ekpa ní Tinubu hasn't arrived, is still in Paris. Though the presidency has released a kind of information like small video, just like a mobile phone recording. I mean, and to away for 2 weeks. Remember that Tinubu loved paparazzi. He has TVC. He has channels. That is okay. He doesn't like Arise TV. None of them can be stationed and give us a shot of Tinubu as he was walking from his residence to the office. So I will accept that Tinubu is back in Nigeria, but we need more evidence to prove that, because Simon Ekpa ní Tinubu is very, very down. He has been injected with something and he's not doing very well. And like I said, I still don't believe it. I just want to accept that it is still a rumor. But then, rumor only di òtítọ́. So I just want us to know that for now. You see this dollar? This money is not our money. Now, American money. Truly and truly, it is not our. Koda, we don't have any business with the dollar. But truly, with the way the world is structured, the way Tilia Yeshe was structured, you need the dollar. Whether you travel out of Nigeria, or you no travel, you go need the dollar. You go need the dollar. You need the dollar. Whether you travel out of Nigeria or you no travel, you need this dollar to operate in Nigeria. But Nigerians are people that any small little thing, lórúkọ Jésù kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀, lágbára ìjẹ Jésù àní rí bẹ́ẹ̀, inshallah kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. In 1990, this same dollar was the reason why my mom ran out of Nigeria. I've told you this so many times. The only reason that my mom decided that it is time to pack out of Nigeria and run away, run far, far away, 3,000 miles, was because of this dollar. In 1990. You can work out the year backward. The only reason my own mom, I'm not talking about somebody else's mom, their grandparent, no. The reason Tiya Temishi Sakuro in Nigeria was because this dollar was becoming difficult with this currency known as the Naira. If somebody told our parents during that period that dollar ma di 40 naira to 1 naira in the 90s, some will say no, kò lè possible. Irony. It is not likely that that can be possible. But it will be possible because Nigeria is not producing to make sure that they can defend the naira against the dollar. We are as shit hole that we are not producing. The least thing that we could have been producing, look, just in this house alone, this is 1 pencil, 2 pencil, 3 pencil, 4 pencil, 5 pencil. So literally, in this, just my small confinement, I have 5 pencils. And for 63 years, Nigeria refused to produce pencil. Shani Kotalifi produce pencil. Let me ask this question because I want you to respond back. We have what it takes to produce pencil in Nigeria. It's just yes or no. And Emma wo wa bi bate pe gbon kan ta nso comment. That is the only way you can encourage us. If not, there's no point. I can end the broadcast and then makolo joke mama gba Jazeera ma kese mi soke. Ma de ma wo gbogbo news tó ń lọ lágbàáyé. So when we are saying about a comment, do we have what it takes to produce pencil in Nigeria? Yes or no? Ǹjẹ́ ní nǹkan tá lè fi produce pencil? Okay, Grandma Woni sọ pé yes, at Ìwòpín. Ìyá yẹn tún mú mi padà lọ sí Ìwòpín paper mill. I visited the place. Peter Pan said yes. So we only have 2 people. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Akeem Olúwadámiláre sọ pé yes. Àwọn tó kù wọ̀ sílé pẹ̀lú wa. They are far away and their mind is not here. Wọ́n kàn fi mí pa ṣáyó ni. Just to spend time here and then walk away. But that's fine. But at least 3 people that are with us confirm that we have what it takes to produce a pencil. So why have we not produced pencil is the next question. Kí ló dé tá produce pencil? What is the reason why we could not produce pencil? Moke Ogumola, you probably have 17 minutes and it might take some time before the mixer comes back again. Ibadan Oluyode sọ pé yes, we have what it takes to produce pencil. Ìyá mi Abọ́sẹ̀ de Rachel ni yes, we have different type of trees. That means pé igi ló fi ń ṣe pencil. This is 5 pencil. And if I look at this pencil, let me just take a look at it. This one says Mapid. This one actually says Roxin. That means 2 different companies. And sometimes companies make pencil for event and distribution. This is produced by BIC, B-I-C. I'm sure many of you know that. It's a popular brand. This one is produced by but I believe, okay, this one is produced in Germany. So this one is German made. And I'm sure many of you know this brand because you can tell from the logo at the back. So this one is produced by Stedatel, Norris School, HB. The question then is, why do people get hyped up when I posted that it won't be long? It could be next year. It could be 300 years from now. It could be 200 years. It could be after Tinubu has completed his tenure. But dollar will be 2,000 naira to $1. I know a lot of you will get hyped up today. For those of you that still believe that there is a country called Nigeria, this dollar, at naira, you will need 2,000 naira to get $1. How many people agree that? How many people believe that it's going to happen very soon? But how soon is what I don't know. So I posted on my timeline, it will soon reach 2,000 naira per dollar. And some people think that I am the one I am happy about it, or I am the cause of the problem. I am not the cause of the problem. When the Nigeria had money to start producing and creating factories there and there in every local government across Nigeria, they were taking the money out and they were not investing back in Nigeria. Eloni dollar lady, I don't even know the actual price of the dollar today, but I know from the lady that normally sent me a message on my phone, pound sterling has gone up to again 1,800. And I'm going to read some of the comments just to give you the perspective of what people have said on my timeline after I posted these 3 hours ago. It will soon reach 2,000 naira per dollar, and a lot of people were reacting to it. But rather than vent their anger in the Nigeria that failed to make sure that the same reason that my mom ran out of Nigeria in 90s because of the dollar, to bring it down, they are vesting the anger on me. You can see that many people have mental problem in Nigeria. Èyí tó yẹ ká béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ń darí Nigeria, and I went back as Jonathan, Buhari, and Tinubu, at least the last 3 presidents, that why is it that dollar is going up or the naira is going up and we are not getting enough to pull it down? Mukiyami First Bank. Is it Koikimedia's fault? One, there's a company named Akis. I doubt if they still produce pencil in Nigeria. Okay. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ company yẹn, wọ́n ní wọ́n pè ní Akis, A-K-E-E-S. Tí wọ́n sì ń produce pencil ní Nigeria. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ company yẹn, bí ẹ bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ àbí ẹ bá wọn supply nǹkan kan, ẹ bá wa fi sí comment section. Mo kí ẹ easy all the way Miami. Mo kí bàbá mi kan, wọ́n ní Koiki máa kémi náà lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan, jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ kémi náà wà existent. Bàbá àtà mo kí yín, mo kàn rántí nísìnyí, wọ́n ní Koiki máa kí mi, máa kí mi lórí program ẹ̀. Wàá máa sọ pé bàbá àtà ibo tẹ̀lọ́ náà wọ́n wà, ṣé Houston ló wà? He has retired and he stay currently, you know, after retirement, they can't return back to Nigeria because there's no country. So they just live in America, probably travel to Caribbean country. Sometimes Nigerians travel to other African countries, but they are not likely to go to Nigeria. Most time people go to Gambia because Gambia has something unique, and sometimes people go to Ghana. So Moki Babata. So Ejeka go through some of the reaction of people comment. Then we can gauge, and hopefully I will open the phone line. Who do we blame? Moki Babami Olawale Jibono. Who do we blame? Mr. Ola Akinyemi Mokinye Kabosoreto. Adeni Jiganiu. Welcome to the program. Ajangbe Okpeyemi Bolaji Abdullahi and Moke Intewalori Mixela. You will join us in probably 11 minutes. Go to the way Mixela Riatu Bada again. So you can still join us on the other platform after 11 minutes. Moke Ibadan Oluyole. The question, Mr. Rafiu Moki Odunsi Oluwaseyi Kabiru Fakeye Ajayi Gabriel, all mentioning your names is just to appreciate that we love you and we appreciate that you're with us, spending a lot of money. Adekunle Rahman and the rest of you, Atenitowa Labeto T, Ezekiel Oluwatobi Adetokun, that doesn't want their name to be mentioned. Simple Ryan, good afternoon. So let's read some of their comments. According to Sulaiman Mohammed, truth is bitter. Look at the handwriting on the wall. It's even more than dollar issue here. All conditions are getting worse day by day. So Sulaiman Mohammed seems to agree with me that Koiki, that you are pushing dollar to 2,000 naira. It is the fault of a government that did not plan the future of the Nigeria for Nigerians. You don't blame Koikimedia for that. Why should I be taking the blame for a fault that is coming through from a government that did not plan ahead? Let me first bring you back to UK a little bit, because this morning, while I was getting the children ready, we were preparing for school. UK, bí àwọn náà tètè wọ recession ni, bí wọ́n náà come out kúrò ní recession ni. Because I wasn't following the news, but let's go on and pick what BBC is saying about an hour ago. According to the BBC, the United Kingdom exit recession with faster growth in 2 years. Mr. Sunday Rafiu, thank you so much. So what does that mean? Stronger than expected growth at the start of the year saw the UK emerge from recession. So that means that UK is finally out of recession. Don't ask about Nigeria, okay? Nigeria has been in recession since before Buhari left. But we are praying to Jesus and Muhammad and the gods of the Yoruba that they should please take away recession. You know that lies. Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ bá wa lé recession lọ. Fẹ́ recession nínú Nigeria. Is that how recession will go? Ṣé bí recession ṣe máa kúrò nínú ìlú nìyẹn? So you just pray to God that please chase away recession and allow the country to grow. How is the country going to grow? What are the indices? What are the things they want plan? Nígbà tí pencil, P-E-N-C-I-L, pencil will refuse to produce. So why then are you blaming Koikimedia? Timon sọ pé this, ó mọ̀ pé 1,000 ṣì ní. Èló ni dollar lé ní ààrẹ ní kọ̀kọ́ bá mi fi sí comment section. I know the pound is 1,180 something to the naira. Pound lé ní is 1,008. Cap is 1,008. But if pound is 1,008, that means pé dollar máa wà between 1,005. So you will need 1,500 naira. Kí n máa pè kó lè já dáadáa. Mr. Tajuddin Alowonle ní Nigeria is a crown. Okay, Mr. John, thank you. So Mr. John has given us, so let's cap, I was right. So Mr. John said it's 1,450. So let's just cap it at 1,500. Mrs. Abimbola Odetoyinbo Mukima. So you will need, and that is if you're selling. If you're buying, Omajubelo, because if I am to sell my dollar to the Bureau de Change or the Mala, it will be negotiating. Make I give you 1,000 for a guy. Mohammed, I go first taco. You know, say now you are the change money from all the time where I come Nigeria. Give me good deal. Give me 1,000 for I not give you 1,550. I know if he give you, but I go give you 1,500 because how much you say you want change? And you can't change the money in the bank because the bank is as useless as tissue paper. And one bank can rip you off. Every time I wake up, it looks like so we don't feel it. But every time I wake up, even if I don't have naira in my account, it's like they are deducting something. Every day, one deducting. We've just been told about the cyber security levy. And it all abroad, feel it. But in Nigeria, imagine if you have 1,000 naira before the end of the week, OTD 500 more lower. Latara your 50 nibi, your 30 nibi, your 20 nibi. Owo yon ni din kokomo. Mr. Kolawole, a very useless. But if there's another word for Nigeria to be useless. So this fight, the one gbewa ba Koiki, èmi kò lè máa gbéjà wá bá ẹgbẹ́ ìjà lọ bá gọ́vnà yín àwọn olóṣèlú ẹni tó ń darí Nàìjíríà láti Jonathan títí dé Tinubu pé kí ló fà á tí dọ́là fi ń lọ sókè against the naira? Kí ló fà á? What is the reason? What is whether you like it or not, dollar to naira will be 2,000 naira to a dollar. All this program accountable and we will come back to it. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ bó ṣe ń screenshot ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé ẹgún pẹ̀lú àwọn fóònù yín àwa kò gbé fóònù dání náà mọ bó ṣe ń lò. Bá mi screenshot bí báyìí kó lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ pé Koiki ní dọ́là tó ń wò lọ́wọ́ mi àti náírà ó máa san 2,000 naira láti fi gba dọ́là. It is going to that stage. O lè ní Koiki, shut up. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Again, you are lying. Má involve Ọlọ́run in the reality of an economy. Má involve Ọlọ́run because a lot of you are living in denial. John, only currently, what they are planning is of you to have 500,000 naira in your bank and they will deduct 10,000 naira. How many Nigerians only 500,000? Some have it, but not everybody. So let's talk about UK before we go further. Stronger than expected growth at the start of the year saw the United Kingdom emerge from recession. The economy grew by 0.6% between January and March, the faster rate for 2 years, according to the official figure shows. The UK fell into recession at the end of last year after shrinking for 2 to 3 month period in a row. The Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, said the economy had turned a corner, but Labour said this was not time for victory lap. We know that UK have stolen so much money around the world. Oh yes, what is jali káàkiri janibi balong. And they've been able to build their economy. But our tiny resources from Osun State to Oyo State to Ogun State to Lagos to Ekiti to Kwara and Kogi State and Edo and the rest of every part of Nigeria today. The problem is, why did we fail to make Nigeria the vision that we can think of? And when we are now saying self-determination, some people will just say, shut up. Nigeria is on the right path. Can you, in only forward soya, Nigeria is on the right path as of today? I heard it from, they are all the same. Fayose said, and I quote, that the former President Buhari, dead or alive, because people said he's dead, but I don't have evidence whether he's dead, but I always call him dead or alive because whether he's alive is of no useful to me and you. Buhari is as useless as tissue paper, and we should just fold him like that and cafe nudi, kade fish in the toilet, kade flush it. Because bode kuno, it won't make any difference. He actually destroyed the economy by even inviting terrorists. To our worst. Economy grow, that we are struggling for the economy of a country to grow. But to invite terrorists, oh my God, is another problem, which is what Buhari created. So let's go back to the reaction of the people. The first person, Sulaiman Mohammed, truth is bitter. Look at the handwriting. Ìwọ náà máa wo gbogbo bí Nàìjíríà ṣe ń lọ. Ǹjẹ́ kò ní mú pé dọ́là máa di 2,000 naira bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ? Because if something is already at 1,450, my friend, gbogbo tó kù tó need is just 500 naira to become 2,000. But a Nigerian is still praying to God, cursing Koikimedia, that I am one of the most hated person on the social media because I talk about the ills of that zoo country that British created. I have to be reading this part all the time now, according to Professor Adebanji Akitoye. The British essentially placed a death sentence on Nigeria. Eshegoni, Mr. Jibono. Peter Pan said, Nigerians don't know how blessed their lands are. Their stupidity allowing Fulani to take it from them. So, the handwriting is there. There was two replies. let's say if somebody, okay, the next person, Ojo Oluwafemi Emmanuel, Egbobo Unshiso, Efarabaleo. And I'm reading some of these comments. Some of them I've read it. Some of them I've seen it earlier. It will not happen in the mighty name of Jesus. This is what Ojo Oluwafemi Emmanuel wrote. Cheripe, many of you will have depression, and many of you are living in denial. We are talking about dollar to naira, that it is going up. But the only thing Ojo Oluwafemi Emmanuel could bring out is that it will not happen in the mighty name of Jesus. Evil prophecy against Nigeria shall fail. Olori Buruku, bomb bastard. So eleti sinwi o sinwi were. Bomb bastard. Because about bomb bastard, he is also using prophecy to try to drive the dollar to reduce to 500 naira to $1. When we can see the projection that the country does not produce anything to defend the naira. But Emmanuel, probably one of the Redeem or KICC or Boya Ya Adura Lontele, Boya one of the churches, Boya much, well, is a church person because Jesus don't mention. Boya don't continue so that Ojo Oluwafemi Emmanuel said that it will not happen in the mighty name of Jesus. You can see how we have abused Jesus Christ. Sometimes Jesus will just be looking at us and say, they are born bastard. Be Jesus not mama sọ fún wọn ni pé you are a born bastard. You are not producing anything. You are not creating jobs opportunity. You are not investing in the youth that are so much agile. But he is calling Jesus. And he even went further to say, evil prophecy against Nigeria shall fail in Jesus' name. God will enable our leaders to make good policies, and sabotage shall be put in shame. So Koikimedia is the saboteur. You can see that these people have been brainwashed. And these are the people. Based on that name, I can say he's a Yoruba man. And these are the people we are trying to convince to come and join self-determination. Mr. John said, is Jesus a businessman? You don't know what you are saying. But Ojo Oluwafemi sọ pé Koiki, dollar will not be 2,000 naira. It will not happen in the mighty name of Jesus. Evil prophecies against Nigeria shall fail in Jesus' name. God will enable the crazy 419 leaders like Yaya Bello, like Wike, like Dino, like Bode George, like Afe Babalola, like every single one of them to make good policies, and saboteurs like Koikimedia and me and you will be put to shame. There's 11 replies. I'm going to open it. I don't know what is in there. But simple Ryan say, just the way the British and American do the night vigil to sustain their economy, you can see that we have mental derailed people in Nigeria. So let's look at some of the replies. It's a very interesting program this afternoon, just to gauge the mentality stage of Nigerians. So let's look at some of the reply. Akim Olaniyan says, sorry to tell you, Jesus got nothing on this one. If you like, pray from now till next year. Nothing will change until this government moves from consumption to production. This one get brain. Akim Olaniyan should be given a scholarship to come and study economics in UK at the London School of Economics. But John should be sent to Israel, that is using gun to fight as I speak to you right now without calling Jesus. you can see that we are dealing with mental derailed Nigerians. And it will be very difficult to say that everyone will just be brought in to accept Biafra, Arewa Nation, or Oduduwa Nation, or Yoruba Kingdom, whatever we want to call it. Let's look at the next person. Juwon Richard said, and I quote, they are responding back to, if you are just joining us, we are talking about a post of mine, not a big one. I am not popular on social media, but within my confinement, I posted that dollar will soon be 2,000 naira to $1. And the response, I've gained about 200 comments. And the person that we are responding to says, God will not allow it to happen. So Juwon Richard said, Mr. Man, though our Lord Jesus has the capacity to do all things, but mind you, Jesus didn't build America, Jesus didn't build China, and Jesus did not build the Israel economy. It is like someone is giving you food and asking him to cook it for you. We need to wake up from our religious delusion, or we will continue wallowing in the same cycle. This one too must be given scholarship to Harvard University in America. There are people that believe in Ojolu Aferanmi. People like Olusogun Olusoji sọ pé, amen, amen, amen. So you will always have deluded people, will also have people. That is why people are following Dupo Onitiri. Don't blame them. They are deluded. They have illusion. They are mentally derailed. Olurector. Ojolu Aferanmi. Nothing concerns Jesus about this one. No. You better tell Tinubu to find money and inject back into the Nigerian economy like that Naramatics guy said 2 days ago, that we need $10 billion to be injected into the Nigerian economy by June this year, which is just next month. Somebody they call Jesus. Tinubu told us that they've got $3 billion. Nobody have seen that money coming into Nigeria. We were told when he went to Saudi Arabia that he was able to secure $650 million from a company that is inside a country less than 5 million people. Maersk, that shipping company, they inside Denmark, 5 million people. And that Maersk won't borrow Nigeria or inject $600 million into the Nigerian Port Authority for logistics and so, even though that money, we are still smelling it, but nobody have seen the money yet. Government of lies, government of propaganda, government of lies that people are praying for Jesus to come and save. Adede Jeroti Mitai will say, prayer warrior. We don't hear your prayer. Prayer warrior. They pray for Nigeria. Festa Shipper say, God with a question mark. You call God with another question mark. When una they bribe the whole world to win una God. Chukwu Moses say, fake Jesus. Ask yourself, since we are praying for Nigeria to be good for years, but only worsening day by day. Benny, easy, government magic. Norbert, old school says, brother, it is the reality on the ground though. Maybe you are not in Nigeria. What are we producing? What are we exporting? Look, for you to be able to make sure your currency, either on Instagram, is going to go off like as usual, then we come back in quickly without wasting too much time. We have not produced anything to defend the Naira. We are not producing. We are not exporting enough. Mark Stevens said the prayer that we have been praying since 1960. But do we blame people like these when we have the leaders in the prayers from the Christian and Muslim telling people that Everything will be fine. It is just a matter of time. Let's keep praying to Jesus Christ to make sure that our dreams will come quickly. But everybody knows that that is a lie. Yeah, let's go back again. That is, there are many comments. I'm just giving you the thinking of how Nigerians are reacting to that post. Let's take another one and leave the one of Jesus. Maybe there's somebody else. This one say, in the name of Jesus is all we know in Africa. Nigeria as a case study. What are our production powers? Solomon, Sabanjoni, we are not producing, but we produce lies. God save us. What is Nigeria exporting? You are here shouting in Jesus' name. No, Jesus will not come down to fix our hospitals, roads, electricity, schools, security, etc. Triple A Shamo say, wow, a fool at 25 is a fool till eternity. If you still believe in the zoo called Nigeria, did Nigeria know you exist? Sorry for you. Kazim Olani say, God will not allow that. This shouldn't come from someone like you. Koikimedia. Dollar ma di 2,000 naira. So you want me to come here and say, hey, Jagaban is making sure that dollar is now 500 naira, even though Tinubu met it just under 650, 700. God will not allow this to happen. This shouldn't come from someone like you. If you are not in the country, some of your relatives are here in Nigeria. Though we don't like the way they rule in the country, but at the same time, we should pray for the best. That is the mentality of Nigerians. We should pray for the best. Now they want me to be praying for the best. Pray for Tinubu, pray for Atiku, pray for Peter Obi to make sure that Nigeria is the best. We are people that live in denial. It's just coming up to 9 minutes past 1300 hours. It's the same time in Nigeria. You must be 9 minutes past 1 p.m. But we use 24 hours clock, mostly in UK. Let's go further. Odewole Kemisola Adebomi, I believe this one a woman. Okay. Study at Obafemi Awolowo University. Amoboshe gba degree. Work at Sky Packing Material LLC. It shall not never come to pass. God will not grant your wish. This one say, God will not grant my wish. Princess Awoniyini Odeni, don't sorrow yẹn. You will even think that this woman get brain. Odewole Kemisola Adebomi says she studied, I don't know what she studied, but she put there that she studied at Obafemi Awolowo Ile-Ife. Says, it shall never come to pass. How many people knew that petrol is saying, how much is the petrol today? Let me gauge from those in Nigeria. How much is the petrol today? Eloni petrol or no? Adiola Fortune Michael says, with all these criminal politicians, Nigeria produced nothing. That is why the naira is nothing. Mr. John says 900 naira. Any other person? And I don't know what location Mr. John is. Mr. Sunday Adebanjo ní àṣẹ Ọlọ́run dollar at the 2,000 naira to a dollar. Ìjà du oyè Adépọ́nlé sọ pé well done sir. Òṣìlóye Damara sẹ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan ní country yìí gan Koiki kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan ní country yóò tẹ̀ fẹ́ yé mi mọ́ ó gbogbo tí wàá dàrú okay in Lagos State petrol is 900 naira per litre. Baba mi John Ogundele is still buying for 750 naira per litre. So that is 2 people so far. So it's not too bad. So that means Bababi Oshinloye Damilare, I don't even know where we are going in this wicked country. Mr. Koiki, they are now selling one pint of Gari at 4,200 Naira present now in Solo in Ikorodu. Penti Gari, 4,200 Naira. Okay. Ganoloyede, thank you so much. And I think I've catch up with those comments there. Inijobi Julian, if we didn't take actions, without take action, we keep on praying till thy kingdom come. Somebody say for my area is 710. So that means it has dropped. One petrol is 1K. Then you want to lay Mr. Sunday at the bank because I know you're not in Nigeria. I need people in Nigeria to give us accurate price. And I don't want to inflate the price. So that means 710 is not too bad. That means I came on Instagram, I saw you live. Okay. Your update is coming late on Facebook, brother. But on Facebook, we are live on Facebook. It's not coming late. There might be a few seconds different. All right. Abuli Egba is 750. So it seems that the fuel crisis is gone down. And we give thanks. Toba Lole is good for everybody. It's good for me. It's good for you. $10 ba Lole is good for me. It's good for you. But if it doesn't do as we want it, then we're in problem. Alaka is 602. So everything is back to normal. My wife bought it at Ikorodu yesterday at 1K. Okay. All right. That's fine. 602 at Alaka as at yesterday. So that shows that there's no more fuel crisis as we speak today. Can somebody confirm that the fuel crisis is gone and we give thanks so that we know that that one is clear? In my area, is still 800 Naira per liter. So it is at least better than the 1,000 and over 2,000 Naira black market as at last week. So that is good. Let's go back to more comments. Salami Olasukomi Said, that is not true. Don't think evil of your country. Rather be positive. I want to lost church now. Mr. Salami, so Koiki, stop thinking evil about Nigeria. You must always be positive. We all have a role to play to make Nigeria a better place as we have contributed to where we find ourselves. Cheers. Olori Buruku. Peter George, thank you so much. Ni mo fi Nigeria síbi tó wà. Nígbà tí Nigeria ń lọ síbi tó yẹ kó lọ, ṣé parents mi wà lára àwọn tó direct lọ síbẹ̀? So, Mr. Salami, I'm looking at him, he's a young man, again says, study at Ahmadu Bello University. Work at Contact Destination Inspection Limited. That is not true. Dollar would never be 2,000 Naira to $1. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. You must be positive. Stop thinking evil about your country. But most of them don't know that Lugard brought in evil into the country. Most of them cannot oversee, they cannot see anything. Salami Olasukomi Said says, that is not true. Stop thinking evil about the country. Shawalan think of evil when Britain knew the evil and they went further, and placed death sentence on Nigeria by allowing Fulani, one of the Nigerian smallest people, just under 6 million. They are not indigenous people. They don't have a homeland in Nigeria or anywhere. They are part of the Fulani people scattered all over West Africa, consist mostly of nomadic cattle herders, least educated people in Nigeria, least delirious of modern education, least capable of leading a modern country along the modern line, lack an understanding of the nature of the modern country. The Fulani decided at independence that they were meant to be our new colonial warlords. That is the evil. Koikimedia. Olayinka sọ pé, you are supposed to have good intentions and be positive. I am supposed to have a good... I am just telling you how Nigerians are reacting. So dollar will be 2,000 naira, but they are not thinking about why is it going to be 2,000 naira. Though some people have given us why it's going to be 2,000 naira to a dollar, because we are literally not producing any jack shit, not even a pencil or eraser. But rather, Stephen Adeleke sọ pé, that your prayer won't work in Jesus' name. Pray for the peace of this country. Stephen Adeleke ní, that my prayer. It is not my prayer. It is the fact, it is a projection. What are we producing to defend the naira? What are we exporting to defend the naira? Agbaje was saying, oh, you have been on live since 1 hour before. Well, I've always, when I go live, I'm live on all the platforms. Stephen Adeleke says, àdúrà tí mò ń gbà yẹn kò ní ṣẹ lágbára Jésù Kristi. We have literally abused Jesus Christ in Africa, mostly in Nigeria. He's now asking me to pray for the peace of this country. There will never be peace in Nigeria. Rather than being peace in Nigeria, there will be problems, because we have all been marginalized. They are being brainwashed with prayer. 6 people replied back to Stephen Adeleke. Let's see those 6 people. Victor Omose, share na prayer America take become great. You can see this. My uncle that gave me this died last year. May so rest in peace. That is the White House, Capitol Hill, and those are the people that fought for the freedom of what is known as United States of America in 1700. Mokegbomi Akim Oluwadare. Why are Nigerians living in denial? Peter Pan said Nigeria can't ask a simple question. What happened to the prayer in the past? Maybe I want to pray get the angle to keep praying. Now we have a new prayer warriors that are praying to defend Nigeria. Remember that Adeboye has been praying for Nigeria, only God knows. Once again, Stephen Adeleke says that your prayer won't work in Jesus' name. Pray for the peace of this country. Can we truly say we want to pray for the peace of Nigeria? I want to play something, and I think Koikimedia Instagram, you give us about 30 seconds. So we're ready to play. So I join OLAYOMI KOIKI, and then we come back again to Koikimedia, because that is the only way I can play that everybody will listen to. You don't have to agree with what Showore will say. Some of you have listened to it. Some of you probably not. But let's listen to it. So enter our Instagram, Koikimedia. Join us on the other platform quickly, and then we will come back again on that Koikimedia Instagram. Let's go and listen to Showore. Why have we abused Jesus Christ in Africa, mostly in Nigeria? Let's listen to Omoyele Showore, an interview he granted on the Arise Network, I guess yesterday.
Well, what you must know is that Nnamdi Kanu is being held hostage on behalf of the famed unity of Nigeria. That's what it's all about. It's as simple as that. If you mention his name in certain circles, they don't want to hear it because they feel like he threatens the real estate called Nigeria. And his Igbo makes it worse because Nigeria's DNA hates the Igbo for attempting, in the 60s and, towards the end of the 70s, to leave a country they said is no longer favorable to their existence. But I keep saying, and I will repeat here again, is there any Nigerian out there in their majority who has not mentally seceded from Nigeria? Not many. That's why people are living in droves. Each time you get on a plane leaving this country is full, each time it's coming back, probably full too, but it is those who are coming back to pack their things that are coming back. That's the way I describe it. But the truth is that Nnamdi Kanu has been held hostage. He was abducted from Kenya, extraordinary rendition. The fact that he's kidnapped from Kenya could not be explained shows that any judicial pronouncement or processes after that is null and void. You cannot go and kidnap somebody and bring them before a court. And the courts have made it very clear, even up to the Supreme Court, that he did not jump bail. It was the military that went to his house to kill people, and then he escaped. And now you have brought him back. You ought to respect and restore his bail. That's what I told his lawyers. Why are you applying for bail again? Because the Supreme Court made all the pronouncements except releasing him. And I think it was because they were afraid. And that's why I said he's a hostage to this country. And like you rightly said, there are other people who have made even more egregious pronouncements and fought and carried arms in this country. And you have not treated them the same way because they're not Nnamdi Kanu's, their name don't sound East. And I'm not here to fetish being able. But the reality is that they are not treated fairly. And Nnamdi Kanu is part of the reason why that is clear to everybody.
Right.
And by the way, I must also reveal here that there are some Igbo elites who are behind this. Whenever there's a crime of conspiracy against freedom fighters, there are people inside and outside who are working together.
Thank you so much, our own Omoyele Sowore. And you can just hear that clearly. So, ẹ jẹ́ ká béèrè lọ́wọ́ Stephen Adeleke, how are we going to pray for the peace of a country when Fulani terrorists are moving around with sophisticated weapons? They are moving around without being challenged. They are taking territories. They are doing more havoc. Moki àwọn tó ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Oba Kenny says, and I quote, even if you see the opportunity, you will loot money. So nobody sent my brother. Stephen Adeleke respond back to them that is America your fatherland? Is asking people back again that ṣé America jẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú bàbá ẹ̀? He also respond back to another person say, don't mind him, even his working place. Let's ask if he's sane. Olaiwola Afiz says, and I quote, how can someone like Koikimedia claiming to be fighting for Oduduwa race? You don't have to wish the country bad before we have our independence. That I am the one wishing Nigeria bad. Am I the one wishing Nigeria bad? Ṣé èmi ni mò ń wish Nigeria bad? Àbí Nigeria ló ń wish gbogbo wa bad? Because based on the indices that we know in Nigeria today, it is making us feel uncomfortable. Whether you have traveled out of Nigeria or not, whether you are within Africa, whether you are in Europe, Asia, or whether you are in Nigeria, Nigeria makes you feel bad. That is what Sowore said in that interview, that almost every one of us have succeeded out of Nigeria. Gbogbo wa ti exit Nigeria. Kò tí kúrò nínú ẹ̀ officially ni. Let them do a referendum and let us see how many people still want to keep Nigeria. But that is not going to happen because that fraudulent 1999 constitution will not permit such. Let's take a couple of more comments. I'm just using this to gauge that these are the kind of people we are dealing with. And they're bad. So, Yoruba nation now, They are not interested in that. All they're interested is God will bless Nigeria. God will make Nigeria a better place. God will not allow dollar to be 2,000 naira to a dollar. Your wish will not come true, Koikimedia. This country will be great. There will be peace in Nigeria. We will be united, and God will produce everything we want. Olaiwola Afisope. Okay, I've read that. How can Koiki claim to be fighting for the dual race? You don't have to wish the country bad before our independence. And I think there's two reply under that. Eleni, don't mind him, Jareo. Oba Omo Kenny say, I used to follow him. I used to follow his news. But when I see sentiment in it, I just park myself one side. Simple rhymes of way. These are the slaves of emotions. Agbaje was saying, since the creation of that country called Nigeria, what good news is in it? So they cannot literally see all the news that we can see on a daily basis. Abdulhakim Lanre Yusuf, God Almighty will never grant your wish that the dollar will be 2,000 naira. Every enemy of this great country will be put to shame. This one even went further. Every enemy. Mayegun, Simon Ekpa, Yoruba World Media, Baba Akintoye, Igboho. Every enemy of this great country will be put to shame. But this person does not know that the shame of Nigeria has come ever since the 1914 amalgamation. The British essentially placed a death sentence on Nigeria. So what shame is this one talking about? Am I the enemy? Idris sọ pé Koiki okó èèyàn ni wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà. Mark Steven say mumu brainwash people. This has generated 200 comments. And part of it is what I'm sharing with you, because some of you might not be on Facebook to read it. That is why we're going through it, in this live transmission. So the focus of the broadcast is just to see and gauge. And that is why I tried to work out the headline. And I decided, whose fault is it that Nigeria failed to produce? Dollar will be 2,000 naira to $1. Don't blame Koikimedia. Is that headline a very catchy phrase one? Mr. Ono, Adiola Fortune Michael says, their politicians are the enemy of everyone, but rather Koiki ni enemy Nigeria. I have a lot of enemies. I am not the problem of Nigeria. I did not create the problem. The British created this problem. They knew that this problem that they were creating will become a big obstacle in the future, which is the future that we are living today. When they were merging us together, the independent that we said we got, we were told to be different. Western region, Eastern region, Northern region, until they went to bring 36 states, including FCT, which is a fraud, which is the enemy of Nigeria or the indigenous people. Koiki. I understand that there's a lot of things that is happening in Nigeria that you are just looking for somebody to blame. Don't blame me for Banki Olani Sakwe. Koiki is better. The guy's packed himself. Just love to Nigeria from Brazil. Have a good day, brother. Love to Nigeria from Brazil. You know, Dake. Love to Nigeria from Brazil. Why not love from Nigeria to Brazil? The other way around. So you are loving Nigeria from Brazil. You know that. It would have been better if you are in Nigeria and you are loving Brazil from Nigeria. Maybe the other way. Let's go further. I have some comments here that haven't come through the broadcast because mo ṣe ń rí wọn ni. Ẹ má bínú. Fakeye Adebayo sọ pé when all this suffering will end in Nigeria itself, ó ga o, ìyà yìí pọ̀ jù. I never eat anything since morning. Kabiru say good morning, well done. Odunse Oluwaseyi says yes. Rafiu says àwọn olórí wa ló ń fìyà jẹ wá ní Nàìjíríà, so kò ń ṣe Koikimedia, adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Ezekiel says Ekoito. Akim Ayodele, thank you so much. Shining lights sọ pé ní Ìbàdàn is about 900 to 1,000 naira per litre fún epo. Larry Jinadu sọ pé why haven't all your prayers worked?
What you must know is that Nnamdi Kanu is being held hostage on behalf of...
that shouldn't be coming up again. I don't know what happened there. Let's go back to Instagram. That shouldn't have popped up, but sometimes all these phones does some... We are literally 1 hour, 26 minutes into the program. And I will allow phone call probably in the 2 hours of the program. Abel Isaac, so religion is a disease that has affected every black man's brain, which deprived them from knowing the right. Larry Lamina, good afternoon. Viking says, White Lion, I am late, comma. I'm sure you can catch up. That's the beauty of the technology. You can always rewind. This one, call himself Dupe, but he's a male person. Say, Dupe, I don't know. Oga, stop this nonsense. So we can fight for our own independence without hurting ourselves. Do you know how many sons and daughters of Odudua it will affect? This one is fighting me. Oga, stop that nonsense. So how can you be saying dollar will be 2,000 naira? How does that one concern me? If I am not the one in charge of the economy, I am not the CBN, I am not the finance minister, I am not the Abubakar Bagudu, the minister for budget and planning, the one who steal money on behalf of Abacha. There were 10 people that responded to this one. Let's read some of their comments. Ifani Moliaye, one of our regulars on Koikimedia. Eleni, go and meet those who increase the dollar, not Koiki. I want to Koikimedia. Oba Omokenini, Ifani Moliaye, who increased the dollar? Increase the dollar. The problem we have with Nigerians is that, should we say that they are not educated? Or about they are not educated? Educated in totally in understanding, being conscious work. Not literally. I think we should use the word lack of information to the citizens has affected them badly. This one is coming to attack the person that is complaining that is challenging that Koiki no increase the dollar. Then who increase the dollar? If it is not Koiki, who increase the dollar? Ask, who is increasing this dollar to make it as of today 1,450, but I cap it to 1,005. So between now and when I say 2,000, it's just 500 or 550 different. But I'm asking everybody that the way they watch me now, who is the person where they increase the dollar? Talo increase the dollar. Eba me face in the comment section. Talo increase the dollar. Why the dollar they increase? Because when Tinubu came to power, dollar was just under 700 naira. Why is it now 1,450? Ifa Imoliaye responded back, you are asking me who increased the dollar when me and you know that it is the International Trade Center. Peter George said, Mr. White Lion, do not mind them. They have collected their woto. By the time they collect their boss, Orí wọn máa pé Viking, it is me and Baba Kitoye. That one go get chop, you know. Princess Awoniyi, going to school alone doesn't make one uneducated. And these are the youth of tomorrow. There is a big problem ahead. Banki Olani Koiki, they are educated, illiterate. I just pity them. How did we get to all these? Mr. Koiki, forget about the Zoo Nigeria organization. Goroye, Sunday, Mr. Koiki, good afternoon, sir. Nigeria is not a country, it's just a British organization, business center. Idowu Michael said, they have now turned our country to a place of terror for us to stay. We Nigerians cannot live in our country as the sons of the soil. We are living in a total strange land. Mr. Koikimedia told those sheep of Israel, stop praying for Nigeria. Prayer doesn't work. Even Nigeria does. Pastor, Wole Afa, Imam, they are all scam. In my area, in Agege, it's 800 naira per liter. Mr. John said, Koiki, is you because you are among the presidency. I am the one increasing the dollar. Mr. Fabni, the school that passed through them, they did not pass through the school. You can see what I am dealing with when I read some of these things, and I sometimes just crack my head. I'm like, how did, who increased the dollar? Because this one, they say, Koiki did not increase the dollar. This one, when they ask it, then who increased the dollar? And somebody said, now Koiki increased the dollar because Koiki and Tinubu are in the same government. Dupe say, if I'm a Mole Aye, I am a fan of Koiki too. If you check most of his posts, but praying for more hardship will affect we, the real Oduduwa. So this one is defending that he is a Koikimedia fan. But for the fact that I am praying, so to them, I am praying. They are not saying it as a projection that is coming, that is moving. Okay, even if the petrol was 650, it has jumped to 700, 750. That means it has gone up by 100 naira within the space of how long? 1 year, Tinubu to Wale. Within the space of where Tinubu Wale, dollar has jumped from back. We are not blaming Tinubu that he has been the problem, but it's part of the APC because they're the same. So this one is I'm a Koikimedia fan, but don't tell Koiki to be praying that we should have more hardship. So for them, it's like I am praying for them to have more hardship. Am I the cause of the hardship in Nigeria? That they are now selling rice in the sachet. Koiki, with people we don't seek for Nigeria. There are people that are sick for Nigeria. Muki Mr. Wasil Taiwo. Let's go further. This one say, Victor Shola Sokwe, Dupe, is he the cause? Say Koiki the cause. Whether he talk about it or not, what will be, will be. And Festra Shipper said, the person causing it should resign. What has Oduduwa got to do with it? Kí lọ̀rọ̀ Oduduwa ní ṣe pẹ̀lú dollar fẹ́ lọ sí 2,000 naira. If Tinubu cannot manage Nigeria, let him resign. But before he resign, let him approve Yoruba Nation for us so that we can go and do our own economy and see how we can make sure that the Yoruba economy does not get to the stage where dollar will be in that bracket. Let's take a couple of more, and I'm going to open the phone line like I said. Yami Abosede, one of our regulars, say, Ọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà kọ́ leléyìí, let us do the needful. Let's get the hell out of this Kuputa country. This one, another big grammar. Kuputa country. Yoruba Nation is answer, period. Akirele Beniza say, there should be no fighting. Let Nigerian sons and daughters defend their country. Yoruba nations and daughters should defend their own too. Eventually, the judge will judge and the winner will emerge. Biko. Larry Lamina say, Emilio Con, just be patient. The dollar is going up. 2324. So why their prayers not manifested? It is still in the process. Koiti Jino. Taiwo Rahim, I don't know why some people are full of negativity. Mr. Taiwo Rahim. Koiki, you are just too negativity. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá mú wá sórí page ẹ negative ni. Oh, ever mú good news wá rí? Am I the cause of Tinubu predicament? Tinubu said, and I quote, "Èmi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn." Peter just said, dollar will continue to move from bad to worse. Let the country be dissolved, nothing more. Tinubu ní èmi ló kàn. Why is my TV frozen? But it seems that I'm still live. Let's back it out and bring it back in again. Mo kí gbogbo yín yan wa from wherever you're watching me. How is the Friday going? It's quiet in the house. As you all know, where's my remote control so that I can back it? I don't know why it is frozen. Mo kí gbogbo yín Koikimedia saying, oh, it's right here. Let's back it and come back in again. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Why are we discussing this? Is just to gauge. Koiki, leave them. Their eyes will see clear. It's very sunny down there. Okay. Yeah, I was out today and I could feel that the energy is getting better. Odusi Oluwaseyi says, and I quote, "Dear all, let us tell ourselves the bitter truth. Whoever think Naira will be so low today, everyone is right to his or her opinion as long as we fear to fight for freedom and liberty. The ruling class knows that we will do little or nothing, the country will continue to go down." When Yaya Bello was pulling $720,000, not Naira, paying an American school in Abuja, nígbà tí ilé ẹ̀mọ́ American school sọ pé making an overs Nigeria, we return the money back to EFCC. How many governors are doing the same thing? Paying from the coffer of the government money in dollars. You know, the American school was not receiving Naira. They were receiving dollar. That's about 80 billion from what I'm told, or somewhere around there. That's a staggering amount of money. Our governors ain't gbádùn. So, okòwò nínú government coffer. Ó ní mo ti fẹ́ mi lọ. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ní, Yaya Bello. Yaya. How we go pay the school fees of these children? No? How we go pay the school fees? Because now say you don't complete this your governorship term. How we go pay for the school fees? Because now I tell you before, say make we take more money. You say we're going to take a small. Yeah, don't worry, I have plan. I have a plan. I have the plan. And Yaya Bello had a plan. What was his plan? Yaya Bello went into the money that the federal or the FEC gave Kogi State to take care of the Kogi people, to do roads. Why are they receiving school fees in dollar? It's an American school now. So if we have a Nigerian school as well, we will be receiving Naira in their state in America. American school receiving dollar in Nigeria. I pity a lot of Nigerians. Very, very difficult to convince. Ọmọ lówó tó bá gbọ́ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ méjì, tó bá farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ program mi, á mọ̀ pé tí Davido bá gbọ́ program mi bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́ta léraléra tó jókòó dáadáa tó gbọ́ tó ń ṣe pé ó ti yó tó wà pẹ̀lú àwọn obìnrin tó ń ṣe fàájì, he will be convinced quickly that ọmọ orí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí pè mẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ni bọ̀bọ̀ yìí sọ. If Davido or Wizkid sit down and listen to my broadcast on the reason why we should go away, because ó máa favour àwọn náà, mo kí Ọlákúnlé kábọ̀ sórí ètò. It will favor. Why is my TV? It's internet TV alone. Don't mess around in it. I don't know why I'm freezing on my TV. It could be the internet. It's back. They would. It won't take them. Can we be paying school fees in their country with Naira? Naira, grandma. American school ni na grandma kí lè expect. Àwọn ọmọ olówó dẹ̀ ló ń lọ síbẹ̀. Yaya Bello wá ní òun ní plan. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ wá ní kí ni plan yẹn, òun ní kó má worry. So Yaya Bello now call the accountant. Say, come. How much still there for balance for the government account? Accountant say, Oga, say we don't buy that supermarket for Dubai, and the house where you say make I buy for you for that island, we don't buy them. How much can they left? How much they left? Oga, the total money where they, plenty. How much they? Tell me. How much they? We still get like maybe about some $2 billion. The money is still plenty. Can you do something for me? Oga, we go still touch this money again. No talk like that now. No talk like that now. Oda, you to take Mukiyawa Kadijat. You to take 5%. Oda, thank you, Oga, thank you. And I saw 1 year before. Be just you they talk fake. Do something for you, put my percentage. Take more than 5%. This is how they're operating in the government also. You and me, where will they fight? All these poor people, where they fight me, where they call Jesus Christ. Yaya Bello no call Muhammad. He's a Muslim, right? He doesn't call Muhammad. Transfer. You know that my children's school for Abuja, we will transfer 720. But they never reach the class where I pay them up front. Tell the school, say, they pay up front. Now, so they send money go straight to account of the American school. Thank you so much, Michael Chinedu, all hey Biafra. But the average Nigeria that I am telling that dollar is moving to 2,000. Benny, Olegba, Assis, Badeshiri, my brother in Miami, easy. Mukimba Bata, the Bangbo program. Mokifa Gumeleke, Shegun Ono, and Triple DRS, and many people that are currently at work because it's a work period right now. These ones now are praying to Jesus, but Yaya Bello, they move big money. Do you understand the meaning of what Yaya Bello have done? Do you know that? Let's give an example. My mom is paying school fees in advance. The class where they don't know whether I go repeat or I go pass, because we know that some of us will repeat class. I didn't repeat class, but some of us. But I only realized that even in UK, it's good to repeat class because it makes you much a better person. But in Nigeria, when they Gbenga repeat, Gbenga ke, at it castigated, at it destroy any. And most people move schools because they cannot cope with that stigma. God bless European schools. It is only when you arrive abroad, you realize that nobody fails, nobody pass. It is only in Nigeria that you will repeat a class, you are in trouble. Most people I know, there was a particular one that didn't change the school, but the ones that I know, they changed the school. They couldn't cope because of the stigma. But that is not where we're going. The focus is that Yaya Bello, you know him now. I don't have to show his face. No, show his face. Let's go and look for his face. Yaya Bello, that criminal guy. Yaya Bello, that criminal one. You know me. The same one, Yaya Bello. Let's look for his face. It took not $720. Oh. How many of his children gone? I think about 5 children. I don't know. Yaya Bello took money. Let me show you his face. Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello. I'm using my headphone to listen to you at work. Hey, Eshegoni. I know most people at work right now And sometimes some people have good jobs. If you're Uber, you can be listening to me only when you don't have customer. This is Yaya Bello. Wait now, Yaya, don't run away, Yaya Bello. Remember, he said 4, vote for me again. He has completed his term, but it took $720,000 government coffer. That's him. Look at him very well. He's a young man, but he's a criminal. I spoke to him once before with Oloye. I won't go into too much of the details. He called us once before. That was how we knew a lot of other things within the Northern Caucus on Oloye. But that's a different conversation for another day. Yaya Bello, a criminal. So let's go back to all our comment sections, because today is about the comment section. Then in 15 minutes, I will open the phone line, and you can also, for the next 1 hour, just tell me what you think, what you feel. Thank you so much to those of you that are listening to us on the Mix and the Twitter space. Ajibade Adewale, I don't understand some people sometimes with a question mark. What is wrong in the post? The guy is saying the truth now because he cares more than all of you criticizing him. Dollar is already 1,500 as of today, and nothing is being done by the federal government. This one will forgive him scholarship because this one will know how to manage a country. He did not call Jesus. He looked at my post. He weighed the option. He asked question. Why is the dollar already 1,450 today? I am saying dollar will be 2,000. Somebody say in Jesus' name, my prophecy will not happen. No problem. We wait and see whether that prophecy will come true or not. Mutiu Ayodeji says, ọkọ̀ gbogbo yóò ní balẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn arìnjẹ nínú ìbàjẹ́. I don't know what it means. Bí èmi ló ń bú, bí a Tinubu ló ń bú, because I don't know, because Tinubu is your president. So if anybody's cursing me, you should be cursing Tinubu because he's the president. He is the one in charge of the Nigerian economy and security and everything. Umugo, you're coming on my platform and putting your stupidity. Is it my wish that the dollar should go up? When Tinubu was coming in, the dollar was less than 750. Today, the dollar is gone to 1,450. And I've just added, all I've done is I've just helped you to add 550 on top of it. And I didn't even say when it's going to happen. It could even be next year. It could even be after Tinubu. So let's just pray that Tinubu does not allow dollar to go beyond 1,450. But do you know that that is not going to happen? Tinubu defend the dollar in here Cardoso. That Cardoso, they call him Cardi B. I don't know how they mix the name from Cardoso, they call him Cardi B. Cardoso is defending the Naira. Do you know what he's doing? He's actually using the foreign reserve to defend the Naira. Let's go on X and see let's leave that my post. Let's just go and see what are the reactions of Nigerians. I don't know what is trending right now. So let's see what is trending. Ibrahim Babangida is trending. Shoti Kuni Aboshewa in existence. Trend. Let's see why. Okay, because of the guy that had an accident. Some of Nigerian journalists are very stupid. Enitoku Otoleniton mix. I read the news and I was confused. Orimi Fedaru, one footballer. Eventually, it was the brother that died. So that's, I think, why that one is trending. Tinubu must go. Why are they saying Tinubu must go? Everybody wants Tinubu to go. Okay, let's just type Naira on the search engine of the X, which is Twitter. And let's see what it comes back with. Dino Malaye show off is 120. Is this thousand or million? Che zero mefa is million, abi? That is not thousand, no. 120 million naira blue diamond Dow Rolex. Dino. Some will say now, Koiki, Dino lowo tie ni o. He has invested the money he stole from the senator, all the money that is meant to do for constituency project. So Dino is showing off his 120 million. I'm seeing it for the first time. So Rolex diamond, all his vanity. All right, let's go further. Burna Boy gifted legendary Tony Tetula $5,000 and 5 million naira, all in cash last night at the Secret Palace in Lagos State. He has the money. There's another story that I saw that is a little bit pathetic and sad. Muki, our first one, he didn't abuse you. Arijeni Dibaje Madaru means people who ate from the fraud. Is referring to Yaya Bello. Okay. But Yaya Bello kọ́ lẹ́ni ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ó ní ọkàn gbogbo yín kò ní balẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn àríjẹ nínú ìbàjẹ́ òkè. Sòkò ń ṣe mi ló ń bá wí lóòótọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣàlàyé Yorùbá yẹn ló ṣẹ̀wá yé mi nísìn. Àríjẹ nínú ìbàjẹ́. This one say, enemy of progress, Adetunji Ojo. Enemy of progress, Koikimedia. Enemy of progress. Somebody replied him, what is the progress in this useless country? Go and face the reality. You see, people are fighting on my behalf. This one say, shut up, Koiki, enemy of progress. Somebody say, what is the progress? And let's ask ourselves, what is the progress in Nigeria? How can somebody that have done nothing, should be in the hospital, is now operating POS? How can somebody that have studied engineer is now driving Okada, Keke Marua? Operating here. Let's go back again. This story felt a little bit touching. There's a guy collected 3 million naira from his friend. Rather than paying the guy back, he killed him. He hold the guy. Full impression kill him. You collected 3 million naira from your friend to secure a job for him. Your friend asked for his money back after you failed to deliver. Instead of giving him the money back, you invited him over to your side and killed him and run away with his car. That is a post. I've read it already this morning. Let's go further for the naira. Buhari Aviation Minister Seriki used his position to illegally award multi-billion naira contract to the daughter and the son-in-law. Do you understand that? Me and you, we are fighting. But they are using, that happened in Kano. You're right, Agbaje Wasiu. Let's be careful. There's a lot of things happening in Nigeria. Remember Adi Seriki, that criminal that went to Ethiopia, painted a Nigerian airway or Nigerian air or whatever they call it. They painted it. Do you know that that is exactly what I got a call from the governor's office in Ogun State, and I want Dapo Abiodun to come out and deny it. And I need to see the evidence that all the vehicles that he showcased during the visitation of the Inspector General of Police have not been returned, because someone called me from the government office yesterday that Mr. Koiki, we just wanted to know that Governor Dapo Abiodun is another fraudster, another criminal. He told Ogun State citizen that he has purchased drones, vehicle for the security to use to patrol, to stop kidnapping, all the crimes in Ogun State. But do you know what has happened? All those vehicles, apart from the 2 that the IGP took with him, all the other ones have been returned back and they've removed all the labels around it. You might say, Koiki, it is not possible, but that is what Adisariki did when Buhari was there. How can they fly an aircraft from Ethiopia, landed it in Nigeria, took picture, and the aircraft went back, and then they removed the branding, and they put back Ethiopia? It is cheaper for them because Nigeria has paid for that service. Just help us remove Ethiopia one, put Nigerian Air. Let us take picture. Even, remember Adisariki, he never put airline. He did buy fire truck. Remember he bought those fire truck with a substantial. Now, EFCC is telling us that he's a criminal because he used his position to give the daughter Omonwe and the son-in-law contract worth multi-billion, and you with your Teten Kobo, the one where you buy, where some of you are buying this MTN Glow without paying money. You just say, just give me 500 naira data, and they are stealing billions. But you're calling Jesus to make sure that dollar does not reach 2,000. It will reach. How soon is what I don't know. Dollar ma di 2,000 naira to a dollar. To ba fe larimogi, bo ba fe pe Jesu. Let's go further. I am still looking for. Naira seems to be bringing this guy that killed his friend, but that is not what I need. There's a particular one that, okay, Naira rate as of today. And this is coming from at Naira_rate. So this is the rate 2 hours ago, Friday, posted at 11 a.m. So literally now is 1, 2, 3, is about 3 hours ago. $1 is 1,457 naira 31 kobo. So made a local to my 52,000. Do you think that it might take like next year? It's a projection. Stop praying to Jesus. Start asking Tinubu to go on his butt and start putting the factories to start producing, the farmers to go back to farm with a lot of security and start exporting. We need a lot of things here, especially food consumption. We need a lot of things. £2.99. That's about £3. £3. The pounds is 1,790. So let's look at how much is £3 in the naira. You as a farmer should be making money. So let's look at it. £3 times 1,798.792. That is 5,000 naira. Fún Ṣóyọkàn. Owó lẹ̀ ná ní London yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni foreign exchange ni. That is how you make money. That is how your economy will grow, Omugo. Not by calling Jesus and Muhammad. You export millions of tubers of yams. Gbogbo ite ma fi gbé dé London. Kate mú lọ sí pé £2. Ẹ̀yin náà wá tà ní £3. Every £1 tó bá jèrè multiplied by 1 million tubers of yams. How many people can guarantee me 1 million tubers of yams? Kate sáré make owó ní sọ́mà. Mo fẹ́ tó máa sọ fún mi pé Koiki ó ń bọ̀ tí mo ní ta máa fi fóònù lè ra lórí o. Enter our Instagram as usual. We'll go back and come back in again. How many people only promise me 1 million tubers of yams? Kate ṣeré ọwọ́, kate ṣòwò díẹ̀. Wàá send ẹ̀ sí mi. Òun náà wàá béèrè wà bí pé Koiki kí ló máa fi dúró, ìwọ má worry. Tí wọ́n bá ti lè guarantee pé wàá fún mi ní 1 million. Ta máa kó sínú ọkọ̀ by air. èmi ò fẹ́ ship ìyẹn máa pẹ́ a máa tò sínú plane ilé ìgbédé bíbá. That is what I was planning to do with Captain John. Àwọn òyìnbó ta lọ bá ní Spitalfield, those òyìnbó told us that they will give us the cash up front. They will give us the cash, pound sterling, whatever amount that we need, but on one condition, that those tubers of yams must arrive in UK at all the specific timing that we told them. If we fail to deliver that yam, not only that they will get their money back, they can also take us and imprison me in UK for deceiving them on a contract that we failed. Sign the contract and then we release the money. Captain John says, let us come back and talk to you. This was approximately about some 10 years ago or a little bit less. Èmi náà fẹ́ lówó. Èmi ti calculate pé for every 1 tuber of yam, if I can make 30p multiplied by the millions of the tubers, but there is no way we can guarantee that yam into UK because of that your shit zoological olórí burúkú country that you are now praying to Jesus Christ. You are a born bastard. Orí òpè. O rò pé mi náà fẹ́ lówó lọ́wọ́. Èmi náà fẹ́ máa gun Mercedes, mo fẹ́ gbádùn. Captain John, we went back and he said to me, Yomi, may I not tell you lie? Me will not collect that money. I said, why? I said, but Captain, you have the network of farmers in Nigeria that can deliver the yam. He said, there's just too many bottlenecks in the agencies in Nigeria, and there is no way we can. And we can't deliver those yams. And I think one batch lama deliver. It has to be constant, based on the agreement that we are going to be giving them at Spitalfield Market. Tó o bá mọ̀ tó ń pè ní Spitalfield Market, ìlọ́wọ́ àwọn tó wà ní London, tó bá yẹ pé o ṣẹ̀ dé London, o mọ̀ tó ń pè ní, o máa mọ̀ at some point. Àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣèyàwó ní weekend nísìn ibẹ̀ lọ ti máa lọ ra gbogbo èso tó máa lò tó máa fi ṣèyàwó. You will know it. They were ready to release an open check for us to deliver yam between Nigeria and UK. We could not collect the money because there was no guarantee. Ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation kò lè mọ̀ pé èmi náà ti hustle gidi, and I have the evidence if you want me to show you that I was at the Spitalfield Market. It was a winter time, gbogbo ọwọ́ mi freeze. And you are here now saying Nigeria will prosper in Jesus' name. Ṣé Jesus làwọn táwa lọ bá fi bá mi sọ̀rọ̀? They told us that they will write contract, they will release the money for us. Mo kí ìyá mi Mary Ogun Ade, and we must fulfill the contract. If we fail to fulfill the contract, whatever the clause to buy on the contract here, we could not. And Captain John Motigokwe, all these Boeing 7 is a captain. He drives, the plane. He lives in America for years before he returned to. He's still in Nigeria. It's from, I think, the Igbos, we know what I'm talking about. There's a yellow pepper. It's called the Anambra and pepper. It's better than the Uganda pepper. Olori Buruku, Nigeria, we could not bring the yellow pepper from Anambra down to UK in a big market that is available. Uganda pepper, in UK. Uganda pepper, but the yellow pepper, the Igbos know what I'm talking about. Those are from the southeast. That is called the yellow pepper. It is Captain John that made me to know that the yellow pepper is better than the Uganda pepper, but we cannot bring it from Nigeria down here. And you are calling Jesus Christ to rectify the forex between Nigeria and dollar. You're a mad person. I pity a lot of you. Captain John is still in Nigeria. Moki went over Lori Twitter space. I pity a lot of you. I pity a lot of you. I pity a lot of you.
Hello.
I'm on a live show right now. People can listen to you. I've mentioned you right now, just about a few minutes ago. Why did we not able to get yam and pepper to UK from Nigeria?
The problem is Nigeria. Greed.
Okay.
Lies and deceit.
Okay.
We can't get yam to Nigeria because we are not doing the right thing. It's as simple as ABC.
Okay. How many times did we visit Spitalfield Market? Me and you.
I think I've been there several times with you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Each time I go there, I get myself upset because when you get to Spitalfield Market, you see products from all over the world, especially from African countries.
Okay.
Except from Nigeria.
Okay.
Except from Nigeria. I told the Nigerian government to open up an export warehouse for Nigerian people.
Okay.
Instead of them putting it in London, they went and put it in Egypt, in Cairo.
Okay. Was there money to be made from the Nigerian? Was there money to be made from the Nigerian produce to London or UK in general?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of money to be made. For example, look at the way we eat in Europe.
Yes.
90% of people that eat away in Europe are Nigerians.
Okay.
Believe in me, almost 100% of that away comes from waters, not from Nigeria.
Okay.
Because of Nigerian government and their stupid policies.
All right. I'll just ask one more question and I'm going to let you go, Captain. Yellow pepper. Why is yellow pepper better than the Uganda pepper?
Nigerian yellow pepper, it's original. That's where God created it.
Okay.
The only reason why you don't see it in Europe is because of Nigerian government and the policies.
All right. Thank you so much.
Government too, especially Enugu state government is the most useless of them all.
All right. Let's leave it like that, Captain. Thank you so much for taking the call. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Kò ní dá fún ẹ. Ó ní ṣoríire tó bá sọ pé Nigeria máa work. Ogun máa pa ẹ́. You're a born bastard. Sorry, those of you on the Twitter space, you couldn't listen to Captain John. I had to put a call to him. Shit. Nigeria is going to work. This guy was flying back to back from Nigeria to UK. We were moving, trying to make money and put the structure in place. You can see why I get very hot sometimes. Machine. 10 years ago, Laura, I'm sorry. Only daft one, only shorty to us upon Nigeria my work. Only shorty. Only shorty. Koiki Yoruba nation lọ fẹ́ fi make owó kò ní dá fún ẹ. Fẹ́ make owó gidi. Kẹ́yìn náà wá òkè ní Nàìjíríà. Ká máa gbéṣẹ́ fún yín jẹ́ pé ẹ máa ṣe farming lọ bí wèrè. Nígbà táwọn bá release owó fún wa, ẹ̀yin á máa ṣe farming lọ, àjọ máa make owó with just little percentage. Up to Captain John was telling me that program they will be able to map out every farm in Nigeria. If you go online, you can say that this is the farm that in Koiwe doing about. Nigeria ma work on it. Nigeria ma work. All these are bastard politicians that are deceiving you on a daily basis. I pity a lot of you. I don't live in Nigeria, But the reality is that we tried our best to put the structure in place so that everybody can survive and you don't have to be in UK, but you can be making money as a farmer in Nigeria. Buhari loko Fulani terrorist or Dasinugo, and you're telling me you want to make money. How are you going to make that money? You think I was lying when I was talking? Yeah, we should call Captain John. We wanted to make serious money and help people back home. We just couldn't do it. It's well connected, network, TTD presidency, but nothing was going to happen. The bottleneck was too much. Nothing was just literally going to happen. And you think when I sit down here and I told you that Emilora should 5,000 naira issue in the kitchen, or you want me to show you? Let's take calls. Enter Walori, Koikimedia, you have to come down to OLAYOMI KOIKI. Let's open the phone line so that some of you can call in. Continue to pray for Nigeria. That Nigeria will eventually kill you one day. Koiki Soro Yoruba Nation. That Captain John has been a very close friend of mine. Very elderly than me, but we're close friends. Has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with ethnicity, had nothing to do whether we are Igbos, we hate each other. Let's just do a trade and let's. Tobafe de London, Emilio Makpe, Koiki, I am going to be in London within the next 6 hours. I want you to pick me up from the airport. And we drive straight to the Spitalfield market. If you know the phone line, call in and let's hear from you. For those that say Koiki is the cause of the problem to the dollar. Bomb bastard. I have somebody here from the Biafra guest. Let's bring them in quickly. Go straight to university. Let me hear from you before those calls start coming through. A very good afternoon to most of you.
Very good afternoon, Koikimedia. How are you doing, live?
I'm surviving. Still here.
Thank you. I want to first of all appreciate you for what you're doing for our people. Yoruba people, Biafran people, we are the same people. We've been working so very hard for a long time to create a common ground for survival. I'd like to let you know that for over 2 years, these terrorists have been depriving our people a lot of things, kidnapping us and using us to fund their terrorism. They take you, they demand millions of money, especially sometimes like in Delta State, what they are doing now, when they kidnap you, they will make you watch why they have carnal knowledge of your wife.
Cheese and bread. That is a very terrible one. Wow.
Yeah, this is what they are doing in Delta State now, and the thing is very, very touching. Our problem is that some people doesn't just understand this, especially people in the north and in the west. They don't have this situation in their area. They don't know what is going on. Our pain from our area is that our people will still rely on the same set of people who are in the uniform to come and help them.
And they're already compromised, as we all know.
Yeah, the police,
they're compromised.
They are the one who should give them direction.
And I just want to come in there because Ilepo that was affected last week, the woman said that the police in that region that was kept in that police for the market is favoring the Fulani against the Yoruba people.
That is what they are doing in Delta State. When they show the Fulani, because after they make the money, after you pay all the money they've been paying, we've counted 5 million, the same amount of money. But when they kidnap a police commander, he was meant to pay 10 million. Since that time, the police have been the one helping them to go around. Now they have upgraded. They take court boys to be among them. Those ones show them.
I feel a lot for those cultists because I don't know why there's a lot of attack going on among the cultism now. It's just too barbaric and I don't know what can be done to it. It's just very sad,
Exactly.
And I know most of the politicians, especially in Ogun State, have always made use of those cultists They are the politicians are what they are working for the politicians.
Exactly.
I don't know about the Southeast, but in the Southwest, in Ogun State, most of those cultists are working for politicians. And they use that to intimidate themselves.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's something like most of them some of them are dogs belonging to Oba of Benin and some other kings.
Unbelievable.
Of course, Oba of Benin controls some other kings within our region. And he has given out land before, about 500 acres to
Fulanis.
Dangote.
Okay, Dangote, yeah.
And later again, he sold 700 acres to Dangote. After some months where he sold this land, we started seeing trucks of loads of human beings when they are moving with Dangote trucks. So you think that maybe they are cement bags or something like that. But these
same thing they were doing during the COVID,
dogs.
coming down to Southwest in their droves.
Exactly.
When everywhere was locked, they were driving in their numbers, and they have become the sleeper cells across Southwest today. Moki, Mr. Taiwo, David, I'm listening, brother.
Now, these guys, they put them inside this land that the Dangote bought, and they are all armed.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Koiki, my brother, this year our people did not cultivate their farm, which means
that means there's going to be famine, hunger next year.
To come. Yes, and I think that they are trying to starve us so that maybe by then
because the fact that they keep telling us this impression that all the food that we eat must come from the north, where we have our land to cultivate, to farm, but the problem is they are not giving the room for people to be able to produce what they're doing by putting out their cattle and their jihadis on those farms. It's a very terrible situation. And it seems that Tinubu is just not getting the hang of it. He's lost it, but he's still deceiving himself that he can. I was reading something today that a female was rescued by the military after 11 years she has spent with the Boko Haram with 3 children. I mean,
is it Leah Sharif?
No, not Leah Sharif. There's another one. They said this one spent 11 years with 3 children. She'll probably return back to them because I don't think she can become normal back in the society.
Yeah, the trauma and the everything.
Yeah.
It's horrible. The last picture that came out from Leah Sharif.
Yeah, she's got 2 children already.
She's been husband by 2.
Yeah, 2 different Boko Haram men. Yeah.
Yes, and if you look into her eyes, you can see that. Oh my God.
But before I let you go, what is the main reason why some Nigerians believe that there is still hope and future for Nigeria as against? This was the question I asked during my 5 o'clock. This is my 3rd program for the day. The one I did in the morning, I was, why would people want in Nigeria as against a Biafra or a Yoruba?
The thing is, from my own research,
because
I started this since 2014.
Yeah.
After the issue with Masob and Nnamdi Kanu,
yes,
I started making research on this because all of us were diehard this Nigerian thing.
Yes.
From what I discovered is that there is no actually a Nigerian that would think that Nigeria really want to work if the person want to be sincere. They are just it is a kind of when there's a way you beat somebody to the extent that the person can no longer cry again. The person will just be mourning and asking.
So it's like they are keeping the pain, but they don't want to accept the truth.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Even if they accept the truth, they don't know how. They don't want to fight. They have been conquered. They have been subdued. They have been gotten. And the people who are doing this, imagine the people who are doing this study us very well. They saw the blessings and what we have. We should be the one distributing food, helping other African countries and the world. But these things are being taken from us with a barrel of gun. And the chances of having, unity is the bedrock of freedom, is what makes a society to be able to function as a collective for survival. But these core values has been taken away from us.
So operation keep them poor and economic war.
Yes. Then you will be everything they will not have will be imported. Koiki, from my place before you to have a market or for you to go to market, everybody goes to the market with their product. If you produce cassava, you produce yam, you produce pan, you produce shoes, you come to market with this thing to sell. But everything that we have now are imported. If you don't mind, I would have loved to play one small record for some seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Let's listen to it. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Anything?
Why is that glass for your Alumaco window? Why should they import it from China? Ordinary Alumaco glass. We can make it in Aba. Aba glass factory. Down. Textile mill. Textile for clothing. Down. Only two I can remember. Some are coming. NY Ceramics. Closed. Golden Guinea. Closed. Olon Lampam Settlement. Closed. Niger Steel at Enugu. Shut down. Niger Gas at Emene. Shut down. Anamco. Shut down. Nkalago Cement Factory. Shut down. Everywhere shut down. Right?
That is a very powerful one. I would like to have that clip. So maybe you might have to send it to me. I don't know how. Because I would like to have that, because we always say the same thing, that I mean he's giving you the Eastern factory that have been shut down. Odutola tires have been shut down. I can't remember many, but I hope my brothers and sisters from Europe will help me. But we know that in the Southwest as well, they deliberately shut down all the industries.
Everything has been shut down. So the people who are graduating from school, where are they going to work? And if you are saying that you are praying for Jesus, that neither we evaluate, neither we increase.
Without producing anything.
That is the highest, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. How can your money, this is a mathematics. This is something that, you are talking about GDP. And you talk about minimum wage.
Yes.
Minimum wage is calculated according to the corresponding expenditure of
cocoa house
in a society. All of them randomly, before you can even be able to come up with a minimum wage. And if you talk about the GDP, what do you have that you have in your capital market? What are you producing? All your production, all your industry.
So in the nutshell, my brother, in the nutshell, what they've done is they've collapsed the Eastern industry and the Southwest industry, even though nothing is happening in the North as well. But it seems that they've now, and that's why I say that Yoruba keep thinking that we own a Papa Port. We don't own it. It is now in the hands of a foreigner that is controlling a Papa Port because of the amount of goods that is coming into Nigeria through a Papa Port. And that is why they refuse to make the other port to work, so that everybody can divert to Lagos, even though Lagos state government does not have the control of a Papa Port. That is why Tinubu is saying that we can get money from Mask, a country of 5 million. They have a company called Mask, the shipping company, and Tinubu wants to take $650 million from them to invest into Apapa for whatever reasons. If Nigeria was truly meant to work, should we not be the one giving Denmark $650 million to invest in their country? Because like the Arabs have bought so much properties and investment in UK, so that they can be able to control the European market as well.
Anybody who is believing that Nigeria is for it will work is just an enemy of the land. The people who owns the land need to come together and think about what works for them. And that's why we have people like Yoruba Nation and Biafra. This is a very good platform for people who really want to look out for the future, people who have a foresight, who can come together and invest on and put their resources to make this work, because without this, we have no future. And you know that he that controls the people, he that controls the food, has the land. We are living now in a foreign land, in our own land, whether we want to accept it or not.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was a very good one there. Thank you so much. For those that wants to call in, we have 30 minutes so that we can be able to end the program in 3 hours. The number is +44 74 04405917. WhatsApp only. It will allow you to come into the program and share your own one or two conversation. Just as the Southeast industries were destroyed, we had Nnamdi Kanu there saying, how can we be importing glass from China, Texas? All we need to do is just grow the curtains, have the industry, have the technology, buy them if we have to, bring them into the country, and then use it to produce Volkswagen. I was told Volkswagen and many Texas mills also went down in the Southwest. So it's a deliberate act. Okay, Mr. Taiwo, thank you so much. Somebody was saying, Koiki, just calm down. Don't let that frustrate you. Mr. Sunday here says, Koiki, Nigeria is in the darkness. I live with even people, our pastor, even our imam, even Babalawo, all, even the prayers cannot work in Nigeria because we live like even people know in the light. Nigeria is no good road, no hospital, education, and nothing is working in the country. And as many people still believe that there is still hope in Nigeria, the question is, where is that hope going to come? Because on a daily basis, things is not going in the right direction. It is literally going the other way around. Pounds is 1,798 as of today. Euro is 1,569. The Canadian dollar is 1,530. My question then to many of you is, when is it going to happen? Alleged 84 billion naira fraud. Federal High Court insists Yaya Bello must come to court. Refuse application on jurisdiction and setting aside of arrest warrant. Yaya Bello dipped his hand into the coffer of the state and took out 84 billion. Do you know what I would have done in Kogi State to help the schools, the mothers, the children, the widows, the welfare, the healthcare system? But he's more concerned about his children having a good life in a good school known as American School in Abuja. And like some of our grandmothers said, why is American school receiving dollar in Nigeria when they should be receiving naira? It's just part of the crime. Currently, there is something trending as well that I picked up, even though the Nigerian government is denying it, but that news is literally now generating into the moment, because when news goes into the big mainstream media, not like our own that is not as big as it is, we hope one day it's going to be big, and we hope that when people share the program, more people around the world, and that's why we speak English and also speak Yoruba at some point. But there was something I picked up as well online today, and if some of you don't know, on the 22nd of June this year, the March for Independence 2024 is going ahead, not for the Yoruba people, but for the Scottish people. All under one banner, March for Independence 2024. Date for the diary. Make sure to attend the National Demonstration for Self-Determination. Be there. There's going to be one. They had one on the 4th of May in Glasgow. The next one is going to be in Stirling on the Saturday, 22nd of June. They will have another one on the 3rd of August in Elgin. Another one in Edinburgh. That is why some people are saying it seems that the Yoruba people are no longer doing Yoruba Nation anymore because Tinubu is there. There's no rally. There's no protest. Nothing is happening. We're just shouting on social media without a full rally. And we hope that the YSDM will quickly, when we all put our money in our purse in the YSDM, the Biafra every Saturday raise money to support the Biafra Liberation Army and other causes to protect themselves from the evil terrorist country called Nigeria. I know some of you watching me are not very comfortable when we call it a terrorist country. They shut up. How can you be sitting there and be telling us it's a terrorist country? Look, it's a terrorist country, and maybe I should remind you what Babakitoye told us, that British, that Britain, this is what they've done. The British essentially placed a death sentence on Nigeria by giving Fulani the power to control every one of us. So Edinburgh, September 7th. So we hope that one day we will also have. This is the news popping out from a guy called Mario Nawaf, also at Mario Nawaf. He has about 1.4 million followers. These are the kind of people that we want them to help us push a narrative. Just talk about Yoruba Nation. Dark Destroyer say, voluntary donation mean your own bank account. Yes, it's voluntary donation. maybe you are not aware, this is a newspaper in UK. I'm going to educate you before I chase you out, because some of you are stupid. This paper produced every day, Monday to Friday. Who is funding it? Who is funding it? It's free. This is the one I took today. Okay? Friday, May 10th. So when we say donate, yes, we mean donate. It's ethical. Bomb bastard. And you call yourself Dark Destroyer without a full name, and that means you are one of those Dark Destroyer destroying the Yoruba people, and I will then remove you from the platform. Idiot. BBC continue to take money from us and project a different narrative in Africa. Yes, when we say donate, it's voluntary. So Mario Nawaf, go and follow him. Mario Nawaf has 1.4 million followers. He talks about a lot of things. You know, when he goes live, his last broadcast, live with president of Bolsonaro. I don't know who is that president, but he had about 2.7 million people tuned in. We need people like these to help us push Biafra conversation, push Yoruba Nation conversation, continue to talk about the ills of Nigeria. He picked up on the news. This is what he posted today at about 3:44 a.m., probably US time. And so far, 754,000 view. These are the kind of people that we need. Oh yes, Motikikeni out. Call himself Dark Destroyer, Olori Buruku. This is what he wrote on his timeline. And like I said, this has generated a lot. I know Reno Mokiri. Don't worry about all this. Nero Mokiri is a bomb bastard that is using his platform because he's hoping that Tinubu will give him something, even though he don't chop too much money under Jonathan. Only God knows how much he ate during Jonathan. I've seen his comment there. I'm not going to read his comment. But this is what he wrote. A U.S. citizen detained in Nigeria and a $150 million ransom demanded. American and former federal agent Tigran Gabayan, now a Binance executive, has been detained in Nigeria for over 70 days, just like Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped rendition, as we told you in Omoyele Shore's interview with Arise, I think yesterday. Nigerian authorities, after inviting him for a business meeting, are allegedly demanding over $150 million for his release, threatening to transfer him to a prison holding terrorists. The Biden administration has yet to respond to this situation. Binance CEO Richard Thagen criticized Nigeria for setting a dangerous international precedent. Source, Router. So we hope that people like Mario Nawaf will continue to highlight some of the problem. Boboyo Joseph, thank you so much. Before we start winding down, we have just about 27 minutes to the end of the program. I want to remind us again and again that there is no amount of propaganda that the Nigerian government can put out there. Nigeria is coming to its final expiration. The British created it, and it is going down. It cannot hold. The center is not holding. The center is literally falling apart. And it will fall apart even before you know. But people are living in denial. Again, remember that if Tinubu did not attract 5 billion by next month, 10 billion by December, the Naira is going to be in jeopardy. The CBN cannot continue to defend the Naira with the foreign reserve. How do you get foreign reserve? It is when you sell something outside Nigeria, just like I called Captain John earlier. Those on the Twitter space couldn't get the voice because I was using the same phone. You heard what Captain John said. A country that is not serious. It is not before Tinubu we're talking about now. We're talking about during Buhari's tenure and also before Buhari. But all that could not work because Nigeria is just not ready for export. Yes, they are doing some small export. The large export is the crude oil. But yes, they are doing some small one, selling gold to Switzerland and do this small. But we're talking about Latvia. I love to use Latvia because when I look at the amount of what Latvia is producing, it could have meant the same thing in the Southeast, producing a lot and returning dollars back to Nigeria. But the military regime with the West knew that if we allow the Southeast and the Southwest to develop, because what is development? When you have a country that is industrialized, that is when it's called development. And that development will get to, from Libya, how can we donate money to YSDM? It is very easy. I'm going to share the link. Just Lossi, the YSDM website, www.ysdm. It doesn't have any account details or sort code. Go on the website and you can literally donate right there by clicking on the donate button. And tomorrow, Baba Akintoye will be launching, the Oromiyan Fund that we expect everybody to pay. Those in Nigeria, 10. Thank you so much, Mr. Yuba Adebeyi, Triple DRS, my brother. I now know that it is you for also sending me a coffee, not the one telling me I'm asking for voluntary donation. Yes, I'm a freelance journalist. It's ethical. Guardian newspaper in UK, they ask for money, just like BBC is asking for our tax BBC TV license. So I'm going to post the link. About to click on the link here. It's very easy. Click on that link. It is secured. You can make your donation from there. And it is important that Gbogbo Yoruba that believe in the cause of the self-determination, we have to be the one to fund it. Don't expect Afe Babalola, a 94-year-old Olori Buruku Yoruba man, telling us that we will save Nigeria. Nigeria will not be saved. Nigeria will go down. How soon is what we don't know, but nobody, yes, like my grandmother said there, the center is collapsed. If it's not even collapsed already, even Tinubu, whether as the Biafra believe that Tinubu is dead, Simon Ekpa says Tinubu is still healed, that he's still in Paris. I still don't want to believe that. And that is why next week, we must see pure evidence of Tinubu alive, not that video from the phone that was recorded and posted on social media. We need to see him engaging in a live transmission, not a pre-recorded interview. So I wait till next week. So I give him another 48 hours. I will start shouting, where is Tinubu? Because it seems that maybe they've created a double body and nothing can be done that has not been done before in this world. So, Mr. Boboye, the link for the YSDM have just been posted. I can't post anything on the Facebook because I've been restricted with my comment section. It's a crazy platform, but we're trying our best to keep all of that platform clean, and that's what we are doing. And on that note, as we're going to be winding down, if I have more strength, I might do the fourth program later. But if otherwise, you know how it is. I might wake up in the morning at 1 o'clock and come back out again. You all know what it is. Everybody, when in life, you will always watch it again. But before we go, we've read a lot of the comments from our Nigerians that believe that Jesus will save us and all that. Let's assume that they have mental problem and there's nothing much we can do to that. Please, who is Olodotun, who claimed to be a president of Yoruba Council Worldwide, is very seriously working. All right, I'll read this later. There are many people that are against Baba Akintoye, and there are so many of them that have access to Punch newspaper and they can write anything in the paper. But Katolo, let me remind us again that there is only one way out. The one way out is Tinubu should allow the indigenous people to come on the round table and dissolve Nigeria. I've asked in the morning at the 5 a.m. program we had, which is just an hour, you can go and watch it. How many people wants to go and vote again in 2027? To be honest with you, many people will vote. Emani Koiki, Kuseni Kakotoma vote. Trust me, I don't know about the Southeast. Yoruba people will be out again to vote. You know why? Because we've not hit them hard with more awareness right into where and their locations, the grassroots awareness. For them, it's like, some of them are threatening. I can tell you that any woman that votes from the market, they are threatening. They told me that. I'm not going to tell you which of the market. The Yaloja, the Mama Loja, which is Tinubu's daughter, Tinubu's daughter, or whatever they call her. She's the Mama Loja. You dare not in Lagos State. I don't know about other states, but what, people are better than in Lagos State. You will go and vote for APC. Most of them had no choice. Also, Koiki, Yorùbá nation là ń ṣe, but lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ti voting yẹn lè force wa ká má lọ vote, wọ́n máa gba ìsọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa, ṣé o ní ìsọ̀ tó fi fún mi, mo ní mò ní ìsọ̀ mọ́ mi, wọ́n ní then don't worry, àwa wà pẹ̀lú yín nínú ẹ̀mí, but we just have to go and vote. If those women refuse to vote, they lose the market spot tí wọ́n ti rọra ń ta wóróbo àti nǹkan díẹ̀díẹ̀ tó ń tà. So we should not blame our market women for voting. Maybe not all of them, but majority of them are being forced to vote. That is what the politicians have done. Some of them will say, Koiki, but how do we finally become an independent country? Is it just by talking, without doing anything? Some keep saying action. I know the action most of you mean. Let's turn it to fighting. Let's turn everything upside down, anarchy, this and that. Even if all that is going to happen, you must always give room for diplomacy. You cannot just go out and start fighting. The international community will probably say it is not what they want. Not literally we have to agree with the international community, but we start with diplomacy. We started well with the rallies. Rally will still be back again. How soon is what I don't know. The negotiation will go on. We will continue to see how we can, convince our politicians to come on our side. If they do, it's a bonus for us. If the Abiodun comes out and say, Yoruba nation not going back, is a bonus. If, from what they are saying that Tinubu is dead, which I don't want to accept and believe that nonsense. But again, we need fair evidence that Tinubu is alive. Should that be the case, and I use the word should that be the case, no Yoruba politician should be in support of Nigeria anymore. That should be the end of Nigeria from the moment that news becomes true. But again, I do not want to accept that Tinubu is dead. I believe he's alive. He's probably taking medication, taking care of his body. We know how that is. Buhari was doing the same thing, even though the Biafra believed that Buhari is dead. I'm the kind of believe that Buhari is dead. I don't believe it, but I use the word dead or alive. Our Yoruba politicians must be ready. There is a likely for a coup. We can make it 10 days fight, like Russia before the split. But if we're going to fight, do we have enough? I know some of you will say we have. I don't think we have what it takes to fight yet. Yes, things might be taken from the country, blah, 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 but you also need to prepare. And that is why I've used that option. I mean, my wife doesn't like me to say it. She's very, very bitter, angry with me each time I come out and say, I don't want you to put yourself, saying that. But I'll just leave that for now. You all know what I wanted to say.
Ola, can I make a request?
Yeah, quickly before we go. Quiet.
I would request, if you don't mind, that we have a joint program. If you would have time,
okay.
I would respect that. It will be very, very nice. Yeah.
All right, that will be fine. Send me an inbox. I know we should be doing this frequently, but I wish
you can follow me back, sir.
Okay, I'll do right now. Great English say you also need to be united before war, which is true. We go to war with people that are not, with people that are, yes.
I want you to understand something, that when you are fighting for freedom, the process of fighting for freedom is also a preparation process.
Yes.
We don't really have to, we don't have to engage Nigeria in a conventional war.
Oh, yeah, they'll kill you. They'll kill every one of you. Yeah. You cannot, you can't.
Nigeria, you are fighting.
No.
You are fighting,
a monster.
You are fighting like America, Britain.
Every one of them. Everybody that houses, every stakeholder in Nigeria is who you're fighting.
Yeah, because ordinarily Nigeria does not have what it takes to actually fight a war, but these individuals who have held the people of the land hostage.
Yeah, they would push for them to, just like we saw how Britain and other countries were supporting Nigeria, because it was actually a British war during the Biafra war. It was not Nigeria fighting. Nigeria was also proxy. And I quite agree with you, great Ngugi. We must be united. We still have some Yoruba that are saying, look, Koiki, we love what you guys are doing, but let's give Tinubu that benefit of doubt. And I'm saying that benefit of doubt, for every day you are saying that, if they went out and do a coup, I heard Simon Ekpa speaking about it, even though they're also saying that they're not that they're not ready, but they want it to be after October. I don't know what their plan is. And whatever that plan is, should a coup happen today, are we prepared as Yoruba people? I'm going to do a program on that. Are we prepared as Yoruba people to activate? Or are we just going to fold our hands and allow a military coup to take over? Some say there will never be a coup in Nigeria. I do not agree that there can still be. I still believe that there can be a coup. But the most important thing is all option is on the table. Let us continue to engage our politicians. Not that they will accept a self-determination. They are corrupt. They are criminals. And we have to call them like that until they're backed in reality. We know that some of our kings are quietly doing things on the ground that we are now being told, let's just leave them not to cause any more problem. Tinubu is not ready and prepared for a coup. I think Tinubu is also watching. The only concern and fear is that I hope they don't kill him during any coup. Probably put him on a house arrest, just like we saw in Niger. But it will be a disaster in Nigeria. John said, I would like the joint program so we can know how much about the Biafra. I mean, where they are currently to motivate with the Yoruba people. Yes, I'm sure, we will work on that. I do work with the Biafra. They know that. It's just that, it's been a back-to-back business and all that. And I have to work out timing with them and all that. And the last thing you want to do is give them a time and you disappoint. They will not take you serious. And somebody like me, I have a lot on my table, but we're working out to see how that can happen. But I still have a cordial relationship with them. Like I always say, I was still in touch with Simon up to last week. I don't have to disclose what was the conversation. It's confidential. So I'll leave you again this afternoon, my people, from all ends. The Yoruba people, let us understand that there is only one hope, and that hope is to exit Nigeria now before it is too late. There is nothing Nigeria can offer us. Those of you praying that the dollar will not be 2,000, I will just leave it and say we will monitor it as well. Again, a news just been posted by my team 21 minutes ago. Nigeria spent 7.8 trillion on food importation within 6 years. Did you see that, my brother? It's crazy. And this is coming from Abia State Governor Alex Oti, said, citing the statistics and calling the situation a shame to a country with over 200 million people with so much arable land. What is the cause of that? Kilonfa. Kilonfa Iditi. And happy birthday in advance to my beautiful sister. She's going to be celebrating her birthday very soon. Nigeria spent 7.8 trillion. That means me, if I send conflicts from UK, I will make money. But the only thing is, if that conflicts arrive now, they confiscate them, they put their hand on it. Who am I going to call? Can I use the judicial to fight it? There's so many businesses that you can think of to do in Nigeria, but there's always something at the back of your mind that says, if it goes wrong, can I just go to the court and get a court injunction and say, custom has done something wrong, the police have done something wrong, the goods were moving, it's not a contraband. And these are all the reasons why somebody like me, I'm sorry, I am not saying you, me, I will not invest in Nigeria for now. I would rather try to see, even if there's another country around the world I can put my money in. I am not saying for you. Personally, me, I will not invest in Nigeria, even if there is a lot of money to be made from it. Our mothers last week lost the whole market in Ilepo, Abule Egba. I did not say it. This is what they said in a video that we recorded. They lost, I don't know how much that is going to be in dollar, 540 million naira was lost within 48 hours. Who is going to pay for the compensation of all this money? How are they going to start again? We can only pray for them, and we hope that things will become better. That is how far I can go this afternoon. I hope you've learned that Jesus is not the problem of Nigeria. It is just that Nigeria was never meant to be a country. Thank you so much to everyone that joined through your contribution, your sharing. And I hope that one day, not too long, I know some will say it's never going to happen. Some said the same thing when they were fighting towards that independence. Yes, Nigeria business is very high risk. And if you can take that high risk, you can make a lot of money and just blow. Bam! From music, you can make one music and you can sell it much on Spotify. I don't know how that works. Or you can Send something from America, Canada, Asia, China, and you can blow. People are still doing businesses in Nigeria, but one thing is, personally for me, the risk is just too high, and I don't want to gamble. I don't have enough to gamble with. Thank you so much. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. If you're new to the platform, you've been here before, you're like, who the hell, what nonsense is this one? They thought, break up Nigeria. How you go? You need Babangida to break Nigeria. You need Obasanjo. Well, you don't need all those, but we can make a lot of conversation around them. And on that note, enjoy the rest of the day. I'm just going to read the comments, the anthem without playing it. Oduduwa national anthem. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ìbí wa, ká gbéga, ká gbéga, ká gbéga, fàlẹ́rì. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtohun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. All hail Amazonia, all hail the Scottish people, all hail the Welsh, all hail the Biafra, all hail the Yoruba people, and those that want to be free. Once again, Nigeria imports 7.8 billion on food into the country within 6 years. That is a very, very sad situation. Thank you so much. One love to you. Enjoy the rest of the Friday. And remember, do not give up. We will to that destination. Election every 4 years. Katrina Lang, currently in Sudan, told you lies that Nigeria will be a better place after 2023. It has never been, and it will never be. Have a great afternoon. Bye for now.